Welcome to Space Truckin' with Bug Ruckus.
Alright, Shirley, you got it. Howdy, howdy. I think everything's looking pretty good so far. I think it's the first time we jumped into Earth Timeline 420.69, and I ain't had to jiggle a handle or nothing. Everything's looking mighty fine.
Well, after a while, you get the pipes flowing smoothly and whatnot. You ain't got to jiggle no more.
Yeah, true that. Man, you just picking your teeth and your fingernails.
Huh? Oh, hey!
All right.
Yeah. Sorry. Just had to get it. You know how it is.
Just got to get in there and get it. Let's take a look. Everybody say hello to Shy Guy. First of all, if you're new, my name is Buck Ruckus, and welcome to Space Truckin' with Buck Ruckus.
That's what they call it.
This is Shy Guy, also known as Shyler, also known as Shyler Mervin, if I'm trying to get on to him.
Well, yeah, I mean, we don't use my church name very often, but,
And then we got Jones. Well, we got Jonesy.
Hey there, how y'all doing?
Oh, there he is.
Hey, Jonesy, I like that angle. That's a voluptuous figure.
What? What?
Huh?
You gotta check your camera angle.
I mean, it was good. Oh, damn.
I'll call you the Quasar.
Well, there we go.
The white dwarf over there.
There he
H.
is.
Jones kicking it with us tonight as well.
How y'all doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Shy Guy's doing all right too, ain't that right, Shy Guy?
Man, just another day, another dollar.
Let me tell you, we've been hauling a lot this week.
Yeah, buddy.
Just one right after another. And we just drop one off and pick one up. And before we head out, we figured we'd do this little radio show.
Dropping loads and hitting the roads.
Boy, let me tell you. So tonight's topic's going to be a little bit different. We typically do like some ancient folklore type stuff from back about 1,000 years ago, like the Predator, or we got something in the works, the old legend of the Thing we might be doing here real soon. But this is something a little bit more contemporary that we got tonight, guys.
Oh yeah, what we got going on?
Well, we have a special guest tonight, Jonesy, and not just Shy Guy.
Oh, Mom always said I was special.
I believe it.
So who we got showing up now?
We got long-time listener, several-time caller, former Master Sergeant Jack Canoff on the line with us. Jack, why don't you come on, say hello?
Hello, boys. How are you doing?
Hey there, Sergeant Major, to you and yours and so forth.
That's right. We get the double salute. Shy Guy, give that double salute.
There it is.
Thank you.
I got it here for you too, man.
Thank you.
To you and yours and so forth and so on. Now, we was talking just a little bit before. What do you go by now? You ain't Master Sergeant anymore.
No, sir. No. I'm just Jack Hanoff the second now,
Just
boys.
jacking off
Big
the
Jack.
second.
You don't have to call me full name. You can just call me Jack or Jack Hanoff, but you don't have to add in the second or junior or anything like that.
I like
But-
Big Jack. Big
You're
Jack
still the
Hanoff.
Sergeant
I
Major
like
of my
Big
heart.
Jack too. Alrighty.
That's right, Shy Guy. I don't care. I don't give two shits what the Federation says. You're always my the master jacking off to me.
Well,
That's right.
thank you, sir. You guys are so kind to me and always have been.
It's a goddamn galactic hero.
Well,
If
not
I
if the
may.
Federation has anything to say about it.
What the hell they know about it?
Oh, we're gonna get into that, ain't we?
Yes, sir, we are.
So, Big Jack Hanoff.
Yes.
Let me catch everybody up on what happened. You were dispatched, deployed out there in the I forget which sector, but in a specific sector. You and your privates, your platoon of privates out there, boots on the ground type of stuff. And what we discovered through your call-ins in previous episodes on this show, by the way, is that you was being stalked by a predator, by like the predator, like with the shoulder cannon and the invisible cloaking technology that we discussed.
Yes.
And then through a series of unfortunate events, you lost your privates. They done got beat off
Yes,
by
sir.
the Predator.
Now,
That's a damn shame.
I was stationed in the Morellian quadrant. Boots
Morelli.
on ground. Yes, sir.
I hear it's nice this time of year.
Well, without the predators around, yes, it would be rather nice. Little humid for my taste, but nice nonetheless.
Right.
And as far as the shoulder cannon goes, I tell you, only 2 of them had the shoulder cannon. One of them preferred to use that arm blades that they all got.
The
but
wrist
that one
blades, right. And they'll
really
uppercut
preferred
you
that
and
one.
gut you in one swift move.
Yes, sir. I saw it happen to 2 of my privates.
2 of your
was,
privates done got beat
gutted.
off by that
The
wrist blade.
insides
Right.
became outsides.
That'll do it. That'll do it every time.
Every time. And yes, one particular time I called you guys up after I had lost a couple of my privates, and
Right.
I still had some of my squad left with me. And I think that was the first time I called into your show. And well, about a week passed, and things didn't go too well in the quadrant. I lost the rest of my squadron and ended up shacked up in an old cave, all dark and musty, and ended up calling you guys from inside the cave, and that's where I was able to get that nice little recording of that predator for you, and it was...
I remember
That's
that
still hard to
was
think
Buck Wild Insane. That may be a new segment, Shy Guy. What you think about Buck Wild?
Getting buck wild with it?
Getting Buck Wild with it.
That sounds all right. Hey, I'll tell you what. I made that predator sound, turned it into my alarm clock. Gets me up out of bed every time.
I bet it does.
Just startle you right awake.
It'll
Right.
wake you
Predator
up like
noise.
nothing else.
I might try. I mean, I've heard it through the
Gets
walls
everything-
here.
Gets everything moving down below. You know what I mean?
Right. And that was you
Like
were
you
you were
wouldn't
on the
even
call with us, and we directed you to take your comms device and put it on a stick while you was hiding in a bush inside of a cave.
Yes.
And that's when we heard that predator roar. And if yeah, that was crazy, man.
Yes, sir. Yes.
It was Buck Wild Insane.
I'm gonna have to politely ask you boys. Now I know it is your show and you do what you feel is right, but I'm just gonna ask you if we could maybe refrain from playing that sound any further while I'm on the line with you. It's just hard to think about.
Well, I mean, I can't make any promise. I mean, sometimes I just hit a button and then something happens. You know what I mean?
I understand that. Like I said, it's your show and I will try and do my best to power through it.
Right.
Maybe just throw a little warning in case, just.
All right. Yeah, something like that.
I just got
sometimes.
Just had a thing pop up on my machine here. I just got it. Let me. God damn it!
What? He done? I swear, he done just told you not to hit that sound. What? Come on, man.
Now, Shy Guy, you know just as well as I do that sometimes you fat finger your keyboard here, and then it just kind of happens.
It's
Well,
all right.
that
It's
will
all
happen.
right, boys.
That does happen.
Let me tell you, makes me feel alive.
It makes you feel alive.
I gotta go to the
Feel
bathroom.
like I
Shout out to
change my
Winchills.
britches, but alive nonetheless.
Right. Sometimes you got to change your britches just to feel alive.
Well, I tell you, luckily I wore them brown britches today.
See, that's thinking ahead, right?
Yeah, Shy Guy color codes his. It's brown in the back, yellow in the front.
Dress for the slide, not the ride. Know what I mean? Because they'll be sliding down your pants.
Right. Thank you, Shy Guy.
Yeah. Here to help.
So, Master Sergeant, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to play that for you.
Hey, it's all right. It's all right. Accidents happen.
Yeah, they do. So, take us back to that moment. Like you're out there on that planet, you get ambushed, your privates all get beat off to death, and then you're alone, and we record that sound of the predator roaring, and then what happened? You kind of touched on it before that you was picked up by a medevac.
Yes, so I spent another 2 days on my own on that desolate, horrible planet, before I finally made communications back with some boys back in the Federation base, and
Right.
they were able to send out an evacuation ship to come and pick up me and only one body that I was able to retrieve. Wasn't any of the privates. It was one of my longtime staff sergeants. He was a good man. I spent a lot of time with them, many star cycles.
Right.
Sad to see him go, but yes, I was eventually picked up by a medevac, and yeah, we made it out of there. Now I tell you what, fellas, this is something that don't quite add up to me, and
How's
that's
that?
well, you know how I told y'all that they didn't actually believe that the predators what was killing off them men. They don't deny that something gruesome happened on that planet, but they think I was lying talking about them predators. I don't think the Federation wants to believe that those predators are coming back, but we'll get to that a little bit more later. What I'm really trying to say is, while we were evacuating that planet, some unseen enemy started shooting at our ship as we were trying to fly away. And you trying to tell me that something we can't even see? We just see these energy missiles, almost these energy projectiles flying at our ship, and they just think it's just maybe some indigenous animals. Who knows, right?
Yeah, some
That'd
kind
be-
of swamp. I mean, he's on a swamp planet, swamp gas reflecting
Who
off
knows,
the
man?
moon.
Some
of
fucking
the eighth
swamp
planet.
gator or
Yeah,
something, right?
Swamp gator flying up there, and these swamp gators, when they get up there, in order they got to burp. That's how they get up there.
You
And then
never
that
know.
gas reflects off of other gas, and God knows what. We've all heard it before about 1,000 gosh dang times,
Oh, we used to
Some
have
weird-
them swamp sharks out there in the swamp.
right?
And so what we do is we corral them up for the holiday, for New Year, and they be shooting out the blowhole, and they go up into the sky at night and explode in the air like fireworks, like it's like organic fireworks, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Tell you,
Something like that. Let me tell you.
something
that's a
like
hell of a time.
Yeah. Something like that, if that's what you want to believe it was.
Right.
I don't think that's what it was. But what would I know? I only seen it with my own two eyes. But anyways. Yeah, it's been a rough few weeks after I was picked up off that planet. Like I said, there was some issues with the Federation and my story, and them not thinking everything was adding up quite right. So I spent a couple weeks kind of in and out some various holding stations, they call them. They're really just
Holding stations. Now they
prison.
took you out. Now I understand there's going to be like some kind of debriefing process for any kind of military expedition, especially one where there's only one survivor. But how long they lock you up for? And did they lock you up, or was it some kind of
See-
standard procedure?
No, there wasn't nothing standard about this procedure. I tell you what, I think you would be well within your right to say I was locked up in almost a prison cell.
Almost a
That's-
prison cell.
That's some bullshit. That's some
Hey.
bullshit.
This was definitely not a standard debriefing, and I've seen it where you've got someone come back from an awful mission and it's just one survivor, and they get debriefed and they go to therapy and they go to counseling and they get treated and patted on the back from everybody in the Federation squad that they were in.
As well, they should. Some of our Federation heroes out there going out and doing the dirty work to keep us safe.
Absolutely, but it wasn't nothing like that, Trucker Buck.
I believe
This
it.
was pure and simple. They wanted to know what I'd seen, and I don't think they like what they heard.
How you gonna get in trouble for something you saw out there working for them?
Because maybe they don't like what I saw. Maybe, just maybe, they got something they trying to keep quiet.
Now, did you tell them our method on? So you described to them the predators, and they didn't believe you?
No, they said, it can be a stressful time, seeing your men, walking up and just finding bodies. They think the stress of this got to me. They think longtime Sergeant Major Jack Canoff II just couldn't couldn't take it anymore. Just flipped his wit. And they thought that I had been spooked crazy.
Spook crazy.
Spooked crazy.
Now, this is...
term?
That's my term.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Well, I've read it in the books before. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, spook crazy. We all heard that before.
Spooked
Yeah.
crazy.
That's a common expression.
No, it's a good expression, but I don't think it's the official expression. Typically, they just say he's seen enough.
It's seen tonight. This is outright a travesty. They're going to take a Federation hero like you that lost all of his privates out there on this mission, trying to evade or even trying to catch a predator if he could, or just get out of there. And the medevac taking heat, dodging bullets, dodging all kinds of energy photon torpedoes or whatever on its way out, and they're going to lock you up in a cell.
Right.
And this led to a dishonorable discharge.
Doesn't seem right to me.
That don't seem right at all.
What was their official reasoning for all that? What did they say that you actually did wrong, warranting a dishonorable discharge?
Oh, it was something along the lines of negligence as an official, as a high-ranking member. I was negligent in my ways in leading my squad. That I couldn't handle it, and it.
But you was out where they told you to be at.
It came down to a dereliction of duty, they said.
Oh, that's screw all that. That's bullshit.
That's bullshit, man. I tell you, that's a bunch of bullshit. That's the biggest bunch of bullshit I've ever heard in my life. Goddamn galactic hero.
I mean, I see Shy Guy get animated only over a few things. One is going over to Big Mama Bodine's, and one is when he sees the injustice.
That's right. That's two things they say I'm about, and that's meatloaf and justice.
Well, I'll tell you what, then this should put a little bit of a smile back on your face, and it does have to do with Big Mama Bodine's and exactly the opposite of injustice. See,
Oh, all right.
All right,
staff
then.
over there at Big Mama Bodine's, they're affiliates of yours, I'm guessing. You guys do some business back and forth, or maybe
I mean, we've run loads for him over there to Big Mama Bodine's. We're good friends. We're regulars. We're friends of the folks out there. Shout out to Sally Mae, by the way.
Hey.
That's it. Yes, Miss Sally Mae, such a sweetheart. See, she pays attention to y'all's show, and she does say she loves it quite a lot. And she was actually familiar with my stories. Now, I told y'all the last time I called in that I was spending some time out sleeping in my truck behind Big Mama Bodine's in that back parking lot because I didn't really have anywhere to go. Well, one night, Miss Sally Mae, bless her heart, she came out there and she recognized me and she sat down. She was listening to me, and she decided to do something that it just warmed my heart, boys. I guess that them Bodine family, they live in good. They can afford to extend their generosity. Well, basically, she offered to put me up in a place until I can get back on my feet.
I'll tell you, that sounds like Sally Mae.
That's just like her.
When she sees somebody in a rough spot, she'll take care of them. And that's just good business. Then you get a customer for life.
You know what? I'll give double salute to Sally Mae as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Doing all
Right.
what we needed to do for the sergeant who needed you best.
Sally Mae to hers and so forth and so on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing it as well, boys. If only you could see it. She is really I'd say knight in shining armor right now, but really just like an angel, because I was feeling pretty down, and that feels like it's the first step in getting back on my feet again.
That feels like the first time that,
Like the very first time.
like the very first time that you're able to kind of do for yourself.
Maybe one day I can put all this behind me.
Right. So you're out there. You were space court-martialed. You were dishonorably discharged for bogus reasons. You're staying out by Big Mama Bodine's. Sally Mae's taking care of you. And then what happens from there? What is it that you came on this show specifically to talk about? We've talked about the atrocities that have happened to you and the injustice. But what do we have next?
So, this is where I'm at, and there's a reason I didn't exactly talk about where I'm staying, and, there's only one other person, that's Miss Sally Mae, that knows where I'm at and where you can find old former Sergeant Major Jack Canoff. And
Well,
that's
if there's one
because-
thing she ain't, it's a squealer.
She ain't no snitch.
I'm sure. Now, there's something that I'm fixing to tell you boys. I was talking about how this all didn't add up to me, but I've been noticing some things. I've seen some things in my time, and I'm starting to put the pieces together.
What you seen out there?
Well, I was wondering, you ever look up in the sky? You've looked up at 100 times and noticed something missing? You ever,
I mean, I know these stars pretty well out here. Me and Shy Guy both. We're zipping around all around this sector, the other sectors, all the sectors where we can do business.
I love a good sector.
So wait, what are you saying
Sector.
about the star there, Sergeant?
Well, you ever notice it looking a little different? Maybe one star's not where it should have been, or just gone entirely? See,
I mean, sometimes it's like the instruments that you're using to route your warp drive into different systems. It'll land you a little further out than you thought you'd be. Or
Yeah,
sometimes it
this ain't
malfunctions
something
mid warp
like
and you
that.
got to reroute.
I'm talking about when you've been standing in one spot, or when you go back out to a spot you previously been to. None of this accidentally overshot. I'm saying if you were, say, like at Miss Sally Mae's, or at Big Mama Bodine's rather, and you step outside and you get a good look at the sky, and then you do it a week later, and one or two of them stars ain't there no more. We know that there be certain stars disappearing, The ones in Federation gave a good little logical answer for it, they say. They tell us them stars are just burning out, which, let's be scientific, boys. Stars do burn out from time to time, but, that only happens to a handful of stars that you can be seeing at any point in time. And
I mean, we've all seen the
often-
reports over the past handful of years or so. There's been kind of a surprising amount of supernovas, they say, but there's been no warnings about gamma radiation bursts or anything like that. Are you saying this is connected to the Federation somehow?
I'm thinking it is. I'm thinking it is because, I could probably just turn my head and look past if it was one or two stars here and there burning out, or even, seeming like one or two stars burning out more often. I would just be seeing them happening more often. But no, this is something different. I'm saying, like, if you look up into the sky and you see a whole chunk of stars disappear, and now it's just blackness in that spot. I'm saying you look up at the sky and you hold your hand up and you stick out your index finger and your thumb in a certain size between them, and you look up and that space in between doesn't have stars anymore. I'm thinking there's a reason why these chunks of stars are disappearing. I'm thinking we just can't see them anymore.
Now, this is quite the accusation that you're making that these
Well,
are disappearing and there's something behind it.
So who's
so
taking him?
Well, here, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm not making any accusations yet. This is just an observation.
Right.
I've been all over this quadrant and many quadrants alike. This is the first time coming back to our quadrant here where I be seeing big chunks of stars. Not just one or two stars, but whole sections of them just going out. And I'll be honest, I don't think that these stars are being stolen or that they're burning out in these big chunks. I think that we can't see them anymore because something is in front of them.
They're
I
being
think
blocked out, you're saying?
Something's being blocked out. And I'm going to let you boys in on some information here. Have you ever heard of a Dyson sphere? You aware of what that is? Now, I know military technology is a little ahead.
Is that one of them? Is that the vacuum?
Oh no.
The vacuum,
not
there's the vacuums, there's the
What about, or is it the chicken? The chicken people?
No, sir. No, sir. This is much different than a vacuum. A vacuum is a form of technology.
Dyson. Is that that boxer? The Dyson that could
not
punch about a
aware
hole
of.
through a star?
Well,
Mike
Yeah, the
Tyson?
fellow that likes to eat the ears.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
eats
know about
ears,
any of that.
and he's got a
Let
one
me-
hell of a left hook. Let me tell you.
That's what I hear. With
Well.
my intact ears.
So you saying that that somebody's covering them up with some kind of technology?
Well, let me kind of talk to you boys about these Dyson spheres for a second, and I'll get back on that main point. So, nah, it's not a vacuum. These stars ain't being sucked up. It's no chicken or wrestler or anything like that. I know that the military technology's quite a few years and ahead of the civilian technology, and when I say quite a few, I mean like a few decades ahead. But Dyson spheres, it's like a, you know what solar panels are. I'm sure you've seen those all your life.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
everybody
it's the one you
knows
put on the
solar
side of the
panels.
camper to block out the sun so you can hang out and have your barbecue and a couple beers.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
A panel to
The
block out the solars. Right.
right. So it will not block out, but it sucks up the energy coming from
Yeah.
the solars, coming from these stars.
Oh,
Now,
all right, I got you. Yeah.
think
Yeah.
about it like this. If these stars are putting off this energy, any energy that's not going to hit that solar panel is just going to be wasted. But what if you could build solar panels around a star? What if
Well-
you could completely cover a star in a sphere of solar panels and output that energy somewhere else where it's needed? That way you are wasting very little of the energy from that star.
I think I'm following along here, saying that they take a dome of solar panels and wrap it around that star like a Christmas package, or
Now, don't
like
get me
an
wrong.
ornament, and then they take that
yes.
starlight, that sunlight, and do whatever it is they want with it.
It takes a long time. It starts off with just a section of panels, and then it turns into a ring eventually, and then you'll have 2 rings, and then 3 rings. Soon it starts looking like a gyroscope with so many rings around it, but eventually they start filling them rings in until you only got less and less starlight escaping from that star. That's what a Dyson sphere is, boys. It's a big sphere built around a star with high-powered solar panels on the inside, sucking up all that starlight and sending its energy elsewhere where it's needed.
Now, are
Yeah.
they being built by the Predators or how are they getting there?
No, this is Federation technology. You got
This
to
is
think.
Federation tech. Okay, so you're saying the Federation's out here dimming out all the stars, putting rings around them. If they like it, they got to put a ring on it, on some of these
Well, that's
stars.
true. That's true.
So
Up
wait,
to
they-
about 5 golden rings, huh?
Right.
What? Now, when I went crabbing with my my pops as a kid, when we leave, my mom would say, somewhere out there, we'd be looking at the same star, and she'd be thinking of me. You telling me these sons of bitches are taking those stars away? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe not taking them away exactly. They're
Well,
still
I mean,
out there,
if
and they're
I
still
can't damn
burning.
see it, then how are we gonna be looking at the same damn thing?
How are you
At the
going to
same
wish on
star.
them if you can't see them? What happens
Well-
to all them wishes?
You're gonna have to pick a different star that you can see.
That's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
I agree.
I think it's bullshit,
Trust me,
too.
I like looking up at the sky and seeing all these stars.
Listen,
but
when
we're
you
not
wish
even-
upon a star, like they can't just take it away from you. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
I know, but here's
It don't matter
here's
how
the thing.
far.
It gets a lot more cynical than that, boys. Let me tell you. So I was only addressing these 1 or 2 stars every now and then that just burn out, they say. And we know stars burn out. That's a thing. But it don't happen as often as this.
They call
No,
it star
no.
burns for short
Right.
when the stars
right.
burn out.
But like,
Or they burst, right? You get the star burst.
Starburst.
Yeah.
I think
Many
that's
different
called
flavors.
going supernova.
There's all different types of flavors of starburst, starburns, or whatever you have it. What have you? There we go. I can
Something
find my
like
words
that.
there.
Right. So, what if I was to tell you that I think they're working on something bigger? Because you know, boys, that they got a lot of Federation ships. I mean, they got so many troops. You got to think, we got all these quadrants. We've got all these Federation soldiers and Federation ships and planets in these sectors and sectors in these quadrants that need protecting by the Federation. So they got a lot of technology that they're using. But with a lot of technology, you need a lot of power for that technology.
Well, they say that with great technology comes great responsivity. Is that the right word?
I think so. I think you got that. Yeah.
Responsitrilatrance. Thank you, Jonesy.
I think that's it. Now, I'm no historian, but I think you got that. It's like hitting the nail right on the head. So, here's the thing. I'm wondering, why are we seeing whole chunks of stars disappear? What are they building that's going to be taking out whole sections of sky?
I was about to ask. If this is true, if what you're saying is true, if what you're alleging is accurate, then that is an immense amount of energy, the likes of which this galaxy has never seen.
Right.
What, other than the given of just unlimited power, what would they be doing specifically with covering up all these stars, putting rings on it?
Yeah, what are they building in there?
Well,
what are they building in there?
I'm thinking that the power from these stars is being routed elsewhere. Now, there's something that I'm not too sure if I can even speculate on, because realistically, I ain't even supposed to know this. But I'll tell you what, I might, I'm a big fan of your show, and your friends and family and Miss Sally Mae alike has helped me out. So I think I'm going to take a risk and tell you something that I might not be supposed to be telling y'all.
And I'll go ahead and say this up front, that you've never actually confirmed nor denied that your name is actually Jacking Off.
Who's that?
Who's what?
Hey, I got it.
So,
Yeah.
Wait, who are we talking about?
I don't even know.
Who indeed?
But
what's the second one?
Huh?
All of the above.
Okay. Special answer E?
I think that's it. You got it. 100% on that test.
I got it. We got it. We're moving on through.
Now, you ready for the extra credit?
Hit me.
Sock it to me.
What if I told you they found a way to build an energy weapon?
And we've seen energy-based weaponry before.
But nothing like this.
You talking about they're gonna take an entire damn star and turn it into a damn bullet, put it into a gun, and shoot it at somebody?
Maybe not take the star and put it into a bullet, but definitely use the energy from the star as, well, I can't say a projectile and I can't say a bullet, but definitely a weapon of the sorts, capable of wiping out mass populations of people or species or aliens or creatures alike. Now, I'm not talking about some world-ending stuff. It's not going to, blow up a planet or anything like that, but you got to imagine. Yeah.
But what happens if they decide to do such? Because think about it. You can fit at least a dozen planets in any given star.
You got to.
That's right.
Guy. I'm speaking on what I know so far. It's been a little bit since I found out about this. Who knows? We could be only looking at what I know based on small stars that they experimenting with.
Or maybe they can turn all that energy into a giant galactic or system-wide, basically a chupa zapper, and keep us all in.
Right.
Hey,
we don't want that either.
Shy Guy, Jonesy, hey, Shy Guy, did you have any, we may be having a happening here.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if anybody's listening in on this conversation. My video feed just died, and also, I'm having some electrical issues here in my captain's quarters. And I might have to take a minute just to fix that real fast before we get any further into this discussion.
Check out your passive confinement actuator. Make sure that the axial frequency is all right.
All right, Shy Guy, we're going to leave the camera feed on your beautiful, beautiful face right now while I go try to fix this up. Keep yelling at me, and I'll see what I can figure out.
All right, check the oscillator pulse modulator while you're at it. It's been acting squirrely. Huh? This ain't the time for troubleshooting, Buck. Figure it out.
Let's see what I can do.
We've been over this 100 times.
Hey, I made sure everything was working before we went on air. I tell you, this This is some Federation interference.
You think they jacking into our
It's
stream?
Federation interference, I tell you.
We need to put
Ain't
that.
nothing working.
I tell you
Huh?
what, guys, I'm gonna shoot through
Every
one or two more
every
wormholes.
goddamn time I try to do something. All right. See what
Where
we
we
got
at?
going on here.
Check the levels here.
Check the levels. Let's see what old Bucky Rucky looks like. All right, we're looking great. Look at that beautiful son of a bitch right there.
Hey, there he is.
Hey, there we are. All right, jacking off. I apologize, but I blame the Federation spy network on that one, trying to disrupt this program.
Clearly,
As
we're
you're
on to
talking,
something.
we're on to something here, boys.
Wouldn't surprise me. I tell you what, if they was listening in, trying to keep an eye and an ear on old Sergeant Major, that may have seen a little bit too much. But
Might have.
Well, they can come and take it.
I dare him. I
Well,
double
get
dog
around
dare
and
him.
find out.
I double dare him, motherfucker. Do it again.
Do it again. They won't. They won't.
They too scared.
Unless they do, in which case, not skedaddle or something. But
I
Where
got us
were we?
through, I got us through a couple more wormholes
oh, all right.
for the
it
moment.
does sound a little
Oh,
clearer
thanks so
on
much,
my end
Josie.
as well.
Well, I may not have video this go round, boys.
Uh-oh.
You know, it's just the
man.
lights, but it looks real spooky dooky in here if I'm focusing on myself. Y'all just keep on going, and we'll keep the hammer down and start trucking
Hey,
through.
yeah.
I'll give it another shot here once we
Keep
get to
on
our ad
moving.
break.
All
Where
right,
were
all
we?
right. Well, are you still gonna be listening in and talking?
Oh, I can
Trucking
listen in
butt?
and talk.
All right, all right. Well, I tell you what, I mean, I'm just holding the phone to my ear, so it ain't like I be seeing you boys anyways.
Right, but this is for all the folks out there in video and audio land.
I see. Well, I guess I'll get along to the main point now. Now, what if they be finding that they can use these stars as weapons, but see, stars are great when used as weapons.
Yeah, they are.
But
I love a good star.
I do.
see, the Dyson spheres that they be using for the stars, they're not so good when it comes to providing long-term energy. They're great for little short bursts, and you gotta think, a couple times firing this weapon, that star's probably depleted, ain't taking as much of a toll on that Dyson sphere, so then they'll just pack it up, repair what they need to, and move on to the next one. But they got quite a few of them out there surrounding these stars, I'm sure now.
I
But
mean,
they
it
need
ain't that much of
more-
a giant leap for them to take. If they're taking these rings and putting it around these stars, and if they're solar panels, they're solar panels, but if they're reflective at all, they could just, like a magnifying glass to a Martian ant farm, you know what I mean? Just let that focus that sunbeam over
Been
any,
there.
any yeah.
Much more than that. 'Cause
Next thing you know, that
understand-
planet's on fire.
Yeah, but that star still survive. It's something more than that. It's not just heating up certain spots of the planet. I'm talking about taking a planet that might have life and trees and, a climate and completely destroying that. I'm talking about making it into a barren wasteland with a temperature of 500 degrees centigrade. I'm talking
Why, I mean,
500 centigrade.
I hear you. They're trying to build a super damn star weapon, whatever. Why would they want to go around blasting their own planets like that?
Well, see, that's the thing, is that we don't exactly know, at least I don't exactly know, the range on these energy weapons. But here's the thing. I don't know where this energy weapon is. See, if they inside of their quadrants, they can't exactly have this giant space energy cannon looking thing sitting around, or else it's going to raise a lot of questions by the civilians that they're trying to rule over. You
Yeah.
got me?
Yeah.
So they have to
I mean,
find a
right?
way-
They got a super weapon like that. I mean, you can't argue. They'll just turn the barrel of that super weapon towards you.
And then the
You
heat
know,
is
some
on.
folks are born made to wave the flag. You know what I mean? That Federation flag.
Right.
Yeah,
It ain't me.
that ain't me though.
It ain't me.
Not anymore.
When you ask them how much are we supposed to do, how much we're supposed to give, they point that cannon over at you, brother.
And they say more and more and more.
That's right.
I know I ain't no fortunate one, so
I ain't
Until you got
neither am
nothing
I. I ain't
left
no
to
fortunate
give.
one.
Well, y'all already know I ain't been no fortunate at all.
You're a real soldier of misfortune.
So, now, I'm going to get into a little conspiracy theory of mine. So,
Oh, yeah,
This is
here we
what
go.
we've been trying to dig into. Let's get into it.
Pay dirt right here.
Jonesy,
Come on.
I was
Spider.
gonna say, Jonesy, you better buckle up now. We're gonna get into the thick of things. So
Oh, I'm always buckled up, every time.
now I was talking about, they
Buckles up to go to sleep.
they're not really understanding how these Dyson spheres can't go long term. They're trying to make this energy more sustainable. Cause see that what they've been using for energy prior to these Dyson spheres, well, it's not providing enough. With all these warships, and it's a high cost of energy they got. It's a lot of power they need. But what's it matter if you're using batteries that run out? You know what I'm saying? And if you got to use that battery also for your weaponry, it's gonna run out even quicker. So here's where we get into the conspiracy. Now,
Alright.
this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they're gonna keep using their Dyson spheres for their weapons, but they need to find something else for a more long-term source of energy.
What
Now-
is longer term than a star?
Well, they
you
last
gotta
pretty
understand.
long.
Well,
2
they
stars?
they last pretty long unless you burning them out with 5 shots of your powerful star cannon. See, we're not talking about just
I see. It's
reflecting
just-
light.
It's not a
We are-
passive energy suck. They are actively destroying these stars one by
are-
one.
Eating these stars
A
each
star
time
eater.
that cannon is fired.
It's like a damn Monstar.
Now, you got to understand, you got a small little baby star. You probably get
Sucking up all that juice though in the monstars.
right. You get a couple shots out of a small little baby star. You go and do something like like a red or blue giant. You're gonna get more shots out of there, but it's also gonna require more material and a bigger Dyson sphere.
Right.
And it's great. It's a very powerful weapon, and you know that big governments love powerful weapons, especially when we're talking
Yeah.
about the Federation, the government of many quadrants.
Some might
And
say the
all
government's the
sorts.
biggest weapon of all.
Now, here's where things get a little skeptical. This is my theory, and it's something I've been thinking on for a while now, and it was actually going to be kind of the segue into me choosing to leave the Federation once I had gotten off that planet. I was going to try and resign from my position, maybe try and find some work elsewhere while old Sergeant Major's still got some active life left in him. But they decided to shorten that and, dishonorably discharge me instead. But I'm digressing. So, what if I said that, this long-term source of energy had to be something different? It couldn't be a star that they're using as a weapon, but what if it was something else to be used with the star to power the non-weapon? All the things they need powered that aren't weapons. What if I said that maybe, just maybe, they had found a way to make a giant Dyson sphere, but not like a stage 1 star-eating Dyson sphere.
Like a double-decker burrito of solar energy.
Yeah, the double Dyson.
A double dot, like a 7-layer cheese
Dyson cake.
crunch sour cream.
Like they're doubling down on it.
Well,
Like
Double
a-
down Dyson sphere.
A double down Dyson sphere. It's got cheese in the middle.
or whatever sort of adhesive that they deem necessary. I suppose.
That's right. Cheese is an industry term whenever you're an engineer. It's just a little,
right. Yeah,
and it like a goopy adhesive to keep things
That's right.
together.
I don't want to confuse the layman.
Right.
Trucker Buck, I'm gonna hit you out of left field with this one. What if they got people in the middle?
People in the middle. Stuck
So
in the
people-
middle with
What if I
you?
said-
people? With who?
Get this. What if this stage 2 sphere, as I'm gonna call it, I'm just for ease of communication between you and me, we'll call it the stage 2 Dyson sphere. That's what we'll call it.
Right.
What if this was something that needed to be constructed over energy, but it's something that's going to use up this energy in a much slower fashion than these
Right. Like they gotta
star-killing stage
construct,
one.
like they get little pylons of energy sources, and they gotta construct additional pylons.
Right. Always
Right.
need more pylons.
Always.
Now, remember how I said these Dyson spheres were made? You start with a little section here, orbiting the star, and then you build onto it, and it's a little section here, and then they form a ring, and then they connect it, and
Step by step, day by day.
step by step,
Day by day.
Little more here and there, little bitty pieces of that star are getting blocked out.
Right.
Now, what were we just talking about earlier? Step by step, day by day, little chunks of stars are just disappearing. What if I said
Little by little, one by
maybe
one.
this stage 2 Dyson sphere, what if they found a way to build it over an entire sector? What if they found a way to
That's what I've been
build
saying. They're
energy?
going to put the chupa zapper around everybody so they can't get out. And then now we got them under control, right?
Maybe not under control.
It's like
but
an interstellar electric fence. You don't want to whiz on by it. Don't whiz
No.
on that electric fence.
Don't whiz on it.
you're getting closer, Trucker Buck. I think it is definitely going to be a capsule of sorts, but I
A
don't think it's
dome
going
of
to be-
Dyson spheres that are keeping us people in line, cordoning
Well,
us off under
what if
the
I
threat.
said? What if I said it makes an entire sector into a battery? What if I said that this energy that they're trying to suck up and slowly use over time is people? We are
The Dyson
energy.
sphere is people. It's to use people as some kind of energy battery.
I think you might be thinking of Soylent Green, but the Dyson
delicious.
sphere is harvesting energy from the people. Now, mind you, it's not like the stage 1 Dyson sphere. It's not a little quick thing. It's not a little snap and poof, everybody's gone. No, this is happening over the lifetimes of the people. You're going to notice people getting a little weaker if they complete this. They're getting weaker and the average lifespan decreases, but they got to do it slowly. They got to
Right.
do it in a way that this civilization inside of this capsule can still contain itself. Now, I'm sure you're asking, why would they do this to one of their sectors and, one of their quadrants? Well, for all you people listening out there, we know that Federation has quite a few quadrants, and inside of those quadrants, each one has a bunch of little sectors inside of it. Now, we know that the
I
the
mean,
rule of
sorry to
nature-
interrupt, but you are really describing a step-by-step, day-by-day situation. I just wanted to say and throw this in there, but it's a real rare condition in this day and age to read any good news on that newspaper day page,
Right.
and this is a real situation that makes you just wish that sometimes you just wish the Federation could get its shit together and act right and not try to corral its people into a little energy powerhouse thing to serve itself.
I tell you
trying
what,
to get
but this is the year 2020, and things have not been good this year. So,
Well, that's a Federation star date, I believe.
Right. That's
yeah, it's a Federation star date.
Right,
I
right.
know it differs on where you're at, but you got to understand I'm fresh out of the Federation, so
I feel you, Sergeant Major. That's okay.
now I'm starting to think that maybe they are building this stage 2 Dyson sphere around everybody, because one of nature's laws is survival of the fittest. Now, what if we were, I'm gonna use a really old example, a really old quote that I heard somewhere, way back when. I think it did come from that Earth planet you guys often like, talking about. But
Ain't no place like home.
what if they decided to vote our sector off the island? What if we were the ones deemed unfit, If all these stars are disappearing because they did decide to build a stage 2 Dyson sphere around our sector for the sustainable energy of another sector, or even another sectors, or even whole quadrants.
That's a real kind of a creeping death type situation. Just death by 1,000 stars being Dyson sphered into a full sector. I see what you're saying.
1,000 sucks.
Right. Now, I'm going to posit this real fast, because I'm still getting some interference in my captain's quarters from the Federation, which I'm convinced is actually happening. How about this, boys? We're going to cut to commercial for a few minutes, and we'll get things working here again. And when we come back, we can talk a little bit more and take some calls. That sound good?
Sound all right to me.
All right, boys.
All righty.
You can stick with us here. We'll be right back after a message from our sponsors.
Hello. I bet you already know who this is. It's your boy, Intergalactim. Back again with another nummy good for tummy food update.
What are we talking about today, Intergalactim?
Well, I'm glad you asked, random voice that I just came up with. It's new. It's fresh. It's flying into supermarkets faster than a B-29 bomber that just dropped a fat man. It's the all-new and improved Atom Bomb Peanut Butter. This time with 30% less radiation. With this kind of explosive flavor, you could level a whole city, or 2 of them. So come on, with a brand name like nuclear, you already know it's gonna be good. Most nuclear things are good. We got nuclear fusion, we got nuclear power, we got nuclear ships flying out in spacey space, and we got nuclear fallout, which may not be as good as some of the other things. But anyways, whether you're spreading it on your bread or spreading it on your balls, next time you find yourself wondering which nutter butter you should butter your nutter with, just remember, choosy moms choose atom bombs. Alrighty folks, well this has been your boy Intergalactim coming at you with another delicious food update. I'm gonna head out of here, but remember, always tip your waitress. Bye-bye! God, I'm so glad that's over and done with. Oh my God, I'm fucking tired. Like, Jesus fucking shit. Ugh. What's the plan tonight, Bill? Are you going to Bodine's? What are you thinking? Bro, I could get fucking sloshed tonight and not even give a shit. Golly, that one bitch there, I don't know about that though. Like, Miss Sally Mae, she's wonderful, but that other bitch, I don't know. Oh, fuck. Oh, bye-bye!
Hello, this is Mr. Man with Mr. Man system-wide generic product line. I have been enjoying my usual, human things. Recently I walked out of my Mr. Man system-wide generic product line, prefabricated biological humanoid space containment unit now in trapezoid. I inhaled outside air into my chest cavity, and yelled at the small humans to remove themselves from my area of grass. Ha ha ha, I enjoy these relatable moments. Enough scuttlebutt. For this cycle, go to your local Mr. Man system-wide generic product line, and choose from our wide selection of freedom preservation devices and apparel. We are running a 0.007% special on our metallic hatware, keeping your mind areas free of intrusive thoughts and or advertisements. And remember, if it doesn't say Mr. Man system-wide generic product line, it ain't for you, man. Back to Buck of the Ruckus.
Some say it's how the belt was won. Some folks stare down that space hauling line and see the past and the future. When you haul for a living, you ain't afraid to look down the barrel of that warp tunnel and charge off into that unknown. You might know where you're going, and now you'll know how you get there. Introducing the Wayland Christofferson Highwayman Mark IV Space Freighter. This big, beautiful bitch will handle the heaviest of hauls.
That's a huge bitch!
With a 0G towing capacity of a metric fuckload, size won't matter anymore.
That's a big jump!
The new Highwayman Mark IV is equipped with state-of-the-art anti-bandit, anti-interdiction, and anti-radar Andreas detectors. Whether it's Johnny Law coming to fuck your day up, or a band of jacked-up brigand hijackers trying to take what's yours, the all-new Highwayman Mark IV will keep you in line and out of harm's way. The Highwayman Mark IV features 2 new deep space hypersleep cabin quarters so you can sleep like a baby Flaxian with a 12-foot, 20-gallon cowboy hat. So come on. What are you, some kind of wussy or something? Too afraid to jump into the cockpit of this big, beautiful bitch? Some kind of slack-jawed 2-credit on-planet junk hauler? Or are you ready to finally make a change, stand up to your deadbeat dad and say, I'm out of here. I'm gonna make something of myself. I'm gonna go haul stuff for a living. Like a silver stallion where the road goes on forever. You can't stop me. I'm not gonna be some city slicker stuck planet side inside a stupid desk job sucking what's left of my stupid life away. I don't want to be a sales associate like you. Damn it, Jim, I don't want to wear a tie today. I want to be a dancer. A dancer amongst the stars and asteroids. Pick up your new Highwayman Mark IV at a dealer near you. The Highwayman. Live forever where the road never ends.
We're back to Space Truckin' with Ruckus. Let's get on back to it.
Oh boy, and we're back to Space Truckin' with Buck Ruckus. Let's see if my video feed looks all right. Oh, we're looking good. We're looking better than we were before.
Hey,
Give
there
me
you
just
are.
a second. Hey, Shy Guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave you up on screen for just about half a second. Bear with me. I got to go try and do something real fast again.
Goddamn
Every day it's
Federation.
always something. I got something stuck to my foot. There we go.
Which was the Federation and the Warlocks at the same time. And Predators in the background.
All right.
Join us tonight.
I think it's looking a little bit better. Let me get situated real fast.
How you doing over there?
Son of a bitch.
I can feel the eyes of the masses upon me.
Yeah,
It's a little uncomfortable, but I kind of like it.
Did I miss anything? Are we looking
No,
good?
we're holding it down, man.
Holding it down?
Yeah.
Well, give me a second here.
Hey, there you are.
Well, kind of.
Well, there you were. I thought we had this figured out.
Well, I thought we did too. I'm telling you, Shy Guy. I'm telling you, Jonesy, we're getting messed with live on air by Federation spies.
But you know that means we're close to the truth.
Means we're close
That's right.
to the truth.
They wouldn't come after us if we weren't about to blow the whole thing.
That damn Federation. That's right, bro, Malia. Damn that Federation. Taking our jobs.
That's right.
Nobody wants a Federation job. That's why nobody works for them.
Sucking
right.
the people away.
What? Oh, all right.
Just sucking it right out.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do a quick little recap. Jacking off, former Master Sergeant Jacking Off. Are you still here with us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so we got Dyson spheres out there being engineered and constructed with additional pylons for electrical support around stars all around specific sectors, and they're going to link them together and use that to somehow cordon off mankind and other kind is a battery or an energy source for the Federation.
Yes,
The
sir.
double-decker Dyson spheres.
Double-decker Dyson spheres.
I think I can kind of give you the main conclusion point, something that I should have mentioned earlier to really kind of give you boys some context as to why the Federation might be doing this and why it ties in with the Predators. But we were coming back, and and I think one of you fine gentlemen said it. See, I believe that the Federation is in cahoots. as they used to say.
Cahoots?
In cahoots.
I knew it.
I mean, Shy Guy been saying that for 5 damn years.
They're in cahoots with the Warp Warlocks.
Warp Warlocks?
And you want to know something?
What's that?
The Predators have found out about it.
The Predators are in the know that the Federation's in cahoots with the Warp Warlocks. Which, those of you who are new, this is Jonesy. We'll cut on over to him. That was his topic just a few episodes ago. Was telling us all about the Warp Warlocks and what they're about. They out there. They exist in the Warp.
Could be anybody.
Could be anybody you know.
There's a reason why the Federation doesn't want us to know about the Predators coming back, is because the Predators are the ones that know, that have the definitive proof that the Warp Warlocks and the Federation are, in cahoots, or, buddy walking hands with each other.
Buddy walking hands.
And that's not something that they can risk getting out, because you know how the general public feels about them Warp Warlocks, or at least the smart fellas that know about them Warp Warlocks.
I tell you, I believe I got a Warp Warlock in my captain's quarters right now. My lights keep turning off and making me look all spooky dooky and shit, and I don't like it that much, but I don't think there's anything I can do about it. I think people are just gonna have to deal with me looking like this. All in the dark.
It adds to the mystique.
Shrouded. It does add a bit to the mystique. I do appreciate that about this, but it's all hazy.
I tell you what.
Things get a little hazy.
My intergalactic toaster just popped toast, and I don't even remember putting bread in it.
Cahoots!
Cahoots! That's cahoots! When your toaster pops toast and you ain't even put toast in it yet. Cahoots!
Right.
Well,
goddamn!
Trucker Buck, I love you, and I ain't trying to correct you, but you don't exactly put toast in a toaster. You put bread in a toaster to make it become...
Now listen here, you little shit.
Well, all right. Sorry.
I mean, I guess technically you're correct, which, as we know, is the best kind of correct.
Well,
So
it's technically the best kind of correct, but it may not be the best kind.
I'm just giving you, giving you some trouble.
We on to you.
I didn't mean nothing by it, boys. Please don't take offense.
I take my toast very seriously. I'm sorry. I get a little heated sometimes.
Well, I'll tell you what. Next time we see each
being thrown
other,
around.
I can make you some toast, some intergalactic toast.
I'll have a toast.
Yeah. You got any powdered toast stuff?
Powdered toast. That's
man, I love that powdered toast, man.
Got the fella on there with the big toast head and the Speedo going around and jumping around all nimbly bimbly. You don't have none of that?
Not familiar with it.
That's all right.
I'm turning you on to some real shit.
You
wait.
All right.
Matt Certain, you got to try this powdered toast, man. It's legit. It's
delicious.
The best. Delicious.
All right. I will definitely give it a try. Is this something I can get at Big Mama's?
You can get it at Big Mama's. We can cook it up for you. We'll swing by. We may talk in person if you want.
I tell you, I actually I'm a fan of the Mr. Man powdered toast myself.
Mr. Man powdered toast.
Mr. Man powdered toast. Let me tell you, that generic system-wide product line.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't got much money, you just need the staples. They are the gold standard for anything.
You know what? I don't know if y'all heard that last commercial. They doing the freedom protection devices. Get you I'd say go down there and get you one of them headwears and keep
the myself.
Right, it's like a metal alloy lining in a hat.
That's right. Keep the Warp Warlocks out of your business.
I'll send a couple out to cousin Leron and them.
That's
I'm
clever.
gonna eat it.
There you go.
Clever indeed.
Leron, if you listen, and keep an eye out on the mail. He checks in from time to time.
Yeah.
Now, Trucker Buck, I believe you were saying something about you had a caller, had a question or something for
Oh, we're
me.
just gonna take some calls. I think we got one on the line right here. Let's see if we can get a solid connection with our caller. Hey, caller, you got Space Truckin' with Buck Ruckus. Buck Ruckus on the line with you. What you got
hi
for us?
there, Buck.
Hey there.
Hi,
What's your
boys.
name?
Hey,
My name's Speakeasy.
Speakeasy. Hey, Speakeasy. What you got
Speakeasy
for us?
Clinton.
Where you
I
calling
just
from?
calling in. Well, thank you. I'm calling in from asteroid farming unit.
Oh,
It's out
asteroid
here
farming.
in the cloud.
out there in the belt.
Asteroid
All
farming.
right.
Got it.
Asteroid farm out in the
Yeah.
cloud.
We like the
Mostly
belters.
rocks, but it's good.
We're friends of the Belters. What you got for us? Speakeasy.
Well, I think that this retired, I'd prefer to say Sergeant Major. He may the Federation may call him disgraced, but he'll always be a Sergeant Major in my heart.
He's
That's too kind.
improperly discharged.
That's right.
That's what we'll say.
Thank
That's
you.
right.
Thank you.
Well,
I call it bullshit, but
so they would say. I fully agree there, Jonesy. Anyway, I was calling in to say I think you're onto something there, Sergeant Major. Double salute to your observation skills, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Double
You
salute.
you gotta have some pretty sharp observation skills when you get to the rank of Sergeant Major.
That's right. As an asteroid farmer, I ain't got nothing to do but just stare at them stars, and I seen it. I seen it myself.
What'd you say?
Speakeasy done seen it.
They's just going away. It takes like a week. They get real dark, and then they just disappear.
And it's not instant. It's not like you're looking up at them and then just poof, they're gone. No, they get it gets dark, and then a little darker, and then a little
I
darker.
consult my star charts.
Right, little by little, and eventually you can't see it no more.
What'd your star chart tell you?
Right.
That it's wrong.
Oh,
That's
well,
wrong. Well, yeah.
Yeah. I looked at it, and I looked at the star chart, and I said, that's wrong.
I mean, I feel, you get them star charts out, you see the moon is supposed to be in the 7th house, and you look up, and the moon's actually, the 7th house don't even exist anymore. It's no longer the age of Aquarius or anything like that. It's just, all them stars
That's right.
are different.
And you weren't even born anymore.
You weren't even born
According
anymore.
to some theories.
they just take that all away, yeah.
Now I feel like with this,
You're saying
with
there's
this
a fault in our stars. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah. That's.
I don't know.
I feel like that's what I'm saying to you.
I don't know if you can say a fault in the stars, but I think old Aquarius's water buckets are just about dried up.
They just about dried
Yeah.
up.
That's a good way to say it.
Thank you.
Now, what now? I heard you talking about this whole sector spanning Kajigger.
Yes.
I don't understand.
See, it's almost military talk. Now, here's one thing you got to look at. When you're in the military and you're in the Federation, they like to group places and people and things up to make it easier to define which one they're talking about.
Oh, I
if
see,
you're
like a categorization type of thing. Like
Exactly. See, because we know, the general public knows about the, quadrants. That's that's taught in school.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what quadrant you're in.
Sure.
Right.
the
There's
sectors,
about the
that's-
baker's dozen quadrants in the Federation right now.
Right, exactly. But the sectors, it's how the Federation chooses to break up the each quadrant into smaller areas, basically. So they're not going to be like, oh, I need you to go to this planet over here. They're going to be, I need you to go to Sector 7.
Quadrant 7.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh.
Now, Speakeasy, I know you being a belter and all that, you got a copy of poor Deckard's Space Almanac. Have you been keeping track of that and seeing if anything is offline or messed up or doesn't add up right? Speakeasy, you there?
Speakeasy, you there with us, or did you cut
Turn your
out?
radio down.
Oh, I'm sorry, boys. Can you repeat that for me? I was staring at the stars again. One looks like it's disappearing right before my eyes.
Well, that's exactly what I was asking about. I was asking if you had your copy of poor Deckard's Space Almanac and if everything was matching up appropriately.
Oh, no, I haven't gotten the newest version. It's a while to. Sorry, my bad. I was cutting in and out here. It takes a little while.
Sound like Federation onto you too, huh?
Yeah,
They're on all of us right now.
The asteroids are tumbling, boys.
They got my lights turned off. They're interfering with the comms with our guest speakeasy.
Yeah, damn the Federation.
Damn the Federation. They lie to us every day.
Indeed.
Gains damn it all, you know. Gains damn it all.
Gains damn it all. That's right. We learned that Jonesy is a practicing member of the Brooks Gaines dualistic religion.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I heard nothing about that. We don't get a lot of news out here on an asteroid.
I'm a reformed Gainesian.
That's what it is. Reformed Gainesian.
Garth be with you.
So, this sector you've been talking about, is it like a whole galaxy? Is it a part of the galaxy? If they close it off, is the rest of the galaxy just shit out of luck? Are they not invited to that club anymore?
Well, let me kind of word it like this. Think about. I'll use terms that I'm sure you're familiar with. Now,
appreciate
when we're talking about asteroid mining, now if you got an asteroid that you're mining on, and it looks really rich in minerals and stuff, you want to get out of that asteroid. You're going to be making quite a few trips to that asteroid, right? Because it's a hopeful place. You're gonna find a lot of stuff there. But what if you found an asteroid that doesn't exactly have as much, or maybe it didn't start off with a lot of minerals to begin with, and you've done just about mined it all the way up? You ain't gonna be making as many trips. So would you say that, not being able to access a mineral depleted asteroid is really leaving your company shit out of luck? Or is that just leaving the asteroid shit out of luck of
you being able to tear it to pieces and mine it?
With all due respect, sir, my specialty, I'm an independent asteroid farmer, and I just park my space motorhome on the asteroids that they've picked over, and I still find tons of stuff. It's great.
Sure. Well, see here, but here's what I'm meaning. So. And I say company, but if you're independent, you got your own company, and I applaud that. I mean, talking about one of these big.
Thank you, sir. I work real hard.
Oh, I'm sure, as many asteroid farmers do, and I'm sure you take your job very seriously, just as serious as I did my former job, and I applaud that. Now, I will say, if you find an asteroid and it's been clean picked. Now, some of them you sure you can still find. They might not be as big gleaming as some of the other asteroids that those bigger companies are still at, just got to. But you can definitely find some that are, not bone dry, but find some stuff there. But I'm talking about a specific asteroid you go to and you visit and you just go, there ain't nothing here.
If I can interject, there ain't nothing. I got family that's asteroid junkers out there, and they go to them asteroids that's have been picked over, and you crack that sumbitch open, and you don't know what you'll find.
Bunch of shit inside there still.
Just a bunch of shit inside there that you can use, you can sell. Sometimes you could even eat it if you're hungry enough.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend going that far unless you were really in a tight spot. But
type of creature you are.
So all right. I'll back it up a little bit. Here's what I'll say.
Well, I think I understand what you're saying.
The majority.
I don't want to, belabor your
no, not at all.
I do see what you're saying.
You've been so kind.
They're sucking them dry in there. They're just sucking them dry. People, planets, stars.
But your original question was, by building this, we'll just call it a capsule around a certain, sector, or really a sector depends on the quadrant and how big the quadrant is. Yeah, but a sector can include a couple planets. It can include a couple stars with, planet systems orbiting each one of those stars. It just depends on which specific quadrant we're talking about. But for each quadrant, it also depends on which specific sector we're talking about. Talking about like we'll just use Earth, for example. You got countries, but countries could have little states inside of them.
Oh, yeah. Well, I remember planets.
Yeah.
Don't we all remember planets?
I hope we all remember planets.
I mean, I passed by them.
Yeah.
But
It's been a while since I've been planet side. When you're out here hauling like we do, simply station to station.
But when,
Let me tell you,
when you're in
this
a
is
place,
a real it's a real situation we got out here. The Federation's cordoned off these sectors inside of quadrants inside of the Federation space,
That's pretty dangerous. Yeah.
and I just don't believe. I believe it, but I don't want to trust it.
That's
you
right.
know what has the Federation done for me lately?
That's right. Yeah.
I need some RCACPTC. You know what I
I
mean?
bet
Damn
bet.
the Federation.
we can all
That's
think
right.
of one thing
Oh, I mean,
that the,
Damn. I
we
mean,
can
damn
all
the
think of one
Federation,
thing
but
that the Federation has been doing to all of us equally. You know what that is?
hang on.
That's
What's that?
taxing
Hey, boys.
us.
Oh, there you go.
They're getting me. They got me.
What do you mean they got you?
They're cutting me out.
they done
I
got him.
Oh, dang.
Oh, we're getting some
Oh, they
interference.
got him again.
Hang on.
Are you still there?
Speakeasy that call's been being intercepted. I can smell it right now.
Oh yeah, the isolinear pulse modulator is going off the charts. We're getting jammed.
They jamming us on the jammer.
They jammed
Ram
the
jamming
Jimmy-
Ram jam the Jimmy Jammer on the radar.
Hey,
I got
Speakeasy, you there?
Hey.
Oh, there you are.
Hey, Speakeasy.
Yeah. I just got a second, boys. Doesn't look too good.
Well, I mean, come and take it and all that. Put out your snake flag. Don't take no shit.
Don't start
right.
no shit.
I'm
Won't be
good.
no
I'm-
shit.
This asteroid's mine.
That
I
story.
know it ain't
My
until it's dead, like stripped, and then I'll move on, and that asteroid will be mine.
Such
we
is
select
the
one.
life of a destroyed farmer.
That's right. The Federation can't understand.
Right. Federation
They
don't care
never
about
do.
you.
Federation
about you.
understands the Federation.
Life of a trucker, life of a stroider. Ain't too different, boys. I don't think.
No, I
Well,
think
your
it's pretty much the
signature's
same.
It's just a different kind of truck, but you're still hauling stuff back and forth.
That's right.
It's same space, different truck.
Sort of stable orbital haul, but same thing.
I tell you what, this has been quite the main topic for the night. Speakeasy, I appreciate you being with us. You want to say anything before we let you go?
Damn the
They cut him out every time he says it.
Speakeasy, you there?
Every time he says it.
Uh-oh.
No, we lost him. He gone.
Well, hopefully we didn't lose him. Lose him.
They don't-
Call
they
back
don't
next
want us
week. I
talking
don't know.
about it. I'd love to hear from Speakeasy next week. All right, former Master Sergeant jacking off with the Lost Privates. Do you have any final quick words before we move on?
Boys, I applaud you for having the courage to let me voice my concerns and my opinions and my theories on your show.
We appreciate
And,
it every time.
We're seekers of truth.
Absolutely.
You know I will always deliver the truth of what I have seen to you boys first. Now, again, I thank you a bunch, and if old retired Sergeant Major is still around next week, I'll have to call back in, and maybe you can find me at Big Mama Bodine's.
That's right. We'll give you a holler. We'll stop on by, see what's up.
You got a meatloaf on me coming at you.
Alrighty, boys. Well, thank
All right,
you
Sergeant
again.
Major. Nice
You guys
talking to
take
you.
care.
You take
Be
care.
safe.
Goodbye
You
now.
and yours,
Hey,
so forth.
To you and yours and so forth. Tell your mom and them we said hey.
that's right.
And that was Master Sergeant jacking off with his new findings and how the Federation's fucking us over.
Goddamn galactic hero.
Goddamn galactic hero got dishonorably discharged.
They did him dirty.
I believe him. I believe it, but I don't believe it. I don't
I
want to
want-
believe it,
I
but I
believe
have
it.
to believe it. I have to believe it because it's something the Federation will do.
I want to believe.
I have to believe.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Hang on.
Oh, we got some space storms outside.
Cut it to the left, man. Cut it to the left. We're running into these rocks out here.
All right, let me get on my remote pilot here.
Yeah.
Enhance.
Let me
Enhance.
focus. Hold on a second. Swear to Garth.
Enhance.
All right, I think we're getting clear.
Enhance. I think we're good now.
Just
All
had
right
to
then. Well, this will lead us. I'm not one for segues or anything like that, but Jonesy, I think we got another Jonesy conspiracy corner coming at us. I think you had a special thing you wanted to talk to us about today.
That's right. That's right. Outside of the double-decker Dysons and the damn warlocks and the Jesus Christ,
Right.
freaking nightmare. No, I wanted to bring to everyone's attention. Some people will know this, some people won't, but they're called Mothrosians.
The Mothrosians.
I don't know if you got the images that I shared with you, but
I got the images. You want to post one up right now?
yeah, toss one of them up there, and I'll kind of explain the outline of these creatures.
Alright, this is the first one that you sent me. Everybody look out. I know it looks a little creepy.
Oh, holy shit!
Yeah, it looks spooky. That's spooky dooky.
That's right.
Look at
Now
them red eyes.
nobody knows where they come from, but they're referred to as.
I heard they
Mothrosians.
from West Virginia.
Is that?
That's an ancient city-state back on Earth.
Oh, I've never been. I'm not too keen on the names of. Is it a continent?
Well, it's a city-state, so it's within the bounds of a particular country back in ancient Earth.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
been a minute since I looked at a.
Kind of like a sector within a quadrant, as it were,
Right.
but terrestrialized.
I follow.
Yeah.
I think that tracks. Okay. So anyway, for these guys, there's a lot of people that you look at that, they got the red eyes, they got the scary, black outline and whatnot.
Right.
But me personally,
Ugh.
I find them to be beneficial to the space as a whole.
Tell us, I'm familiar with the Mothrosians and how they operate, but why don't you explain it to the viewers and listeners out there what exactly these things are and what they do?
So they're called Mothrosians. They got the red eyes. They're very insect-like. Now, most people will have a interaction with one of these fellas if they come in, they swoop in on their moth-like wings, and they come to anyone's aid. It may be bank robbery, or a Flaxian needs a hat in a moment, or you need an oil change on your hover vehicle.
Right.
But they'll come in and they make your day better, and that's something everybody needs. Everybody needs a hero.
I'm holding out for a hero myself.
I need to hear
But I
it by
won't-
the end of the night.
I will say I personally have been visited by a Mothrosian when shuttling around. One kind of came out of nowhere. I almost shot at it because this is my spaceship, and you don't just walk in on somebody's ship without at least sending some kind of comm, letting them know.
Right.
But
Let
no,
them know I'm common.
popped in. This one in particular was about 13, 14 feet tall, and scared the hell out of me because they got beaming red eyes, and that coming at you in the dark will send anybody into a run. I ain't ashamed to say that I may have run, and it did something. But I will say, the water out of my hydrator ain't been cleaner since.
It ain't been cleaner. That's from this fella right here, the Mothrosian.
That's right. I think he went in. Yep, that right there. Went in, did this Jonesy a favor, cleared out the lines, and now I got some clean recyculated water.
Now,
Right.
do these critters here, are they any relation to the ancient and powerful Earth moth deity Mothra?
That's a great question. Yeah,
You know,
I
I
remember. Mothra.
I can't speak to that. In the ancient texts that I personally have on my person, I haven't found anything about Mothra involved, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Well, I've got some of the historical documents over here. I'll shoot them over to you on the Hamnet. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them, and evidently back in that time on Earth, there was all kind of big ass creature deities running around fighting in the streets of Tokyo and whatnot. But yeah, Mothra was one of them, and I'm things you're telling me about how they come around to help you and all that makes me think that there might be some kind of connection there.
There might be, maybe Mothra. From my understanding, Mothra is about I don't know, the size of a mid to large size building.
Yeah,
it's flying around, zipping around in the sky. Yeah.
Maybe maybe it is from West Virginia, and maybe Mothra is like their parent or something. And but either way, they come by, they swoop in, bing bang boom, they take care of business and help anybody out. No matter where you're from, who you is, but it's only one at a time, and they show up and they first person they run into, if they got a thing going on, you got a kidney stone or something, then boom, it's gone.
Now, they come in and they do good deeds, but I have to ask, just considering how menacing and dubious they look, is there anything nefarious about them and when they show up? I can show the second image if you want. Let's take a look at the second one. Oh, that's just over your face. All right, I guess that's fine. That's a good one.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Then, we got a number 3 on here too. It looks like it's supposed to be blurry, like they're just blurry the way they are.
So I will say this one in particular is that was an image taken by a grown Flaxian.
On this one,
the third one,
a Flaxian took it. Now we know the Flaxians; they've been having trouble with that clacks and clack clack for a while. I know you've been heading up that donation drive for them.
That's right.
That guy.
Yeah, they that particular image was taken by Flaxian, and in that moment, it appeared to them, and they really, I think it was just that they needed help with putting a little entranceway into their mud hovel.
Right.
And came in, swooped in, helped them out, and then boom, it was gone.
It's gone.
Fasted. It's just zip zap zop back up into space.
Zip zap zop back in space.
I will say, a lot of people like to cast aspersions and say that when a Mothrosian shows up, does a good deed, something bad happens, but I don't believe none of that. In that particular case, they want to say that after it left, before then there was a bit of peace between the Clacks of Clack Clack and the Flaxians, but then afterwards, we're kind of in a state we're in now, where they're pushing real hard to get new hats, and they need some credits real bad down there. But I think a correlation, causation, such and so forth. It's all conjecturification. It ain't
conjecturification.
It ain't nothing. There's nothing there. Just bad things happen. Somebody told me when I was trying to get a little more information. They were saying, they came in, they redid the oil in my vehicle, and then boom, all the oceans lose all their water like a week later. But
all right.
So it sounds like they giveth and they taketh away. Is that?
No, that ain't. That's not nothing I seen. I think it's just
comes in. He'll change your tire, and then when you leave, an earthquake happens and levels the city.
Well, I mean, I'm not.
Well, you got to keep the balance, I suppose.
That's not what I'm saying, y'all. It's it's all gobbledygook. There ain't nothing there. Just maybe your planet was supposed to lose all its water. Who knows?
So you're saying that this guy, I mean, this one was taken by the Flaxian, but something like this was spotted in the Rodanian sector and he or she came in, helped the feller out, do his chores around his farm, and then once he left, that caused the incident, the Atmos Eternus incident of the 2800s that set that entire system on fire.
Oh, all right, I see.
I mean, that, as we all know, that was on Atmos. That had nothing to do with any Mothrosions, Mothras, or nothing. That was, another feather in the hat, a bunch of who's what's-its, and I don't want to say nothing too terrible because we all know how they act. But people like to say things about people helping out. Everybody wants to put somebody down.
I mean, we've had some people write in. We received messages from folks that wrote in about their experience with Mothrosions, and we'll see if it all adds up. And but I got one here. It says, "Dear Space Truckin' and with Buck Ruckus and the other guys, saw a Mothrosion that came to help with the groceries. Then a typhoon came and flooded the entire continent, and we were landlocked. So that typhoon came from far away.
On a
I
mission.
guess, or just materialized out of nowhere and leveled this, flooded this landlocked city."
Y'all know how. Y'all know my perspective on the warp warlocks. I would put that more on a warp warlock than I would put that on a Mothrosian. I don't think them's connected.
I mean, they said it was a Mothrosian. Do warp warlocks appear as Mothrosians? Have there been reports of that before?
That's not how I've seen it. I think the Mothrosians might be somehow immune to the effects of the warp warlock.
All right,
Maybe.
all right.
But
I got another one here if we want to run it by you.
Does it have some nonsense about the Mothrosian came in and then my planet imploded or some shenanigans?
Well, I'll read it to you, and you can you can take it or leave it. So, dear Space Truckin' with Buck Ruckus, I think Shy Guy is so pretty. We were playing space kickball. It went over the neighbor's fence, and then the Mothrosian came out of nowhere and threw it back over the fence. Not long after that, all our oceans dried up.
I mean,
I could check the dates on these, reach back out to them, and see if all the oceans dried up on that one planet, and then materialized on the other one that flooded that city that was landlocked.
Maybe that's just how it was supposed to be. I don't know. Why is it got to be the Mothrosians did it?
I got another one here.
Okay. If everybody's just gonna poo-poo the Mothrosians.
People want to know, man.
They want to know. Hey, we're here to find the truth, Jonesy.
That's right.
All right? And these are people's personal experiences, and it may not add up 100%, but, we got some more stories and evidence and even proof of Mothrosian's existence. I got another one here for you, though. It's Dear Bucky Rucky and his trucking crew. That's close enough. One came and helped me fix a flat on my space truck, and a week later the whole town was leveled by an F4 Space NATO.
I mean, it sounds like your truck needed help and somebody came in and helped your truck.
Right.
And then there was a tornado sometime after.
They take it.
Has anybody seen an F5? Is there an F5 Space NATO?
The finger of gains.
Finger of gains.
Well, we had one of them out back in Carlsbad.
Why don't you tell us about it?
Well, it's just we're out there doing our thing, and here come the damn old supercell going up and around, and damn old funnel cloud comes down, and it's about the size of 2 or 3 of Mama, and I saw it take the mountain directly off the ground, move it over 10 feet, and set it back down. Crazy thing ever did saw.
It got lost in the suck zone.
Well, yeah, that's how you get it, right? And so it picked it up, moved it, set it. It was out, actually, honestly, we was out there watching it. It was kind of a gingerly move. It wasn't even all that hectic or nothing. It's just like came down and said, you know what? I don't like that here. I'm gonna set it right here, and bid you a good adieu, as they say.
You know, you'll notice in that entire tale, not a single Moth-Rosian. I ain't saying.
Well,
I'm
right,
just
because
Right,
they
right.
apply to the Chupa Zapper the same as the Chupas.
I ain't saying. I'm just saying.
I got another one here,
They're drawn
Jonesy.
to the light.
You want to hear another
Go
one?
for it.
All right. Dear Space Truckin' Buck Ruckus. Ooh, Buck is so sexy. All right, whatever. Story goes that the Moth-Rosians found a supplier of tall hats to protect every Flaxian child. This might ring near and dear to your heart, Jonesy. Shortly after, a planet-wide windstorm blew all them hats away, thus leading to the continued genocide we see today.
I mean,
It's from this guy.
can't.
Or this guy.
There he is.
You can't.
Or that one. It might have been that one right there, actually. You said it was taken by Flaxian.
Can't prove. You can't prove that it was the Moth-Rosian did it. You know.
It just, there seems to be a pattern. Now, let me ask you this, Jonesy.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had any specific experience with a Moth-Rosian? You said you'd come in contact with one before?
Yeah, he fixed my hydration systems.
Hydration station?
Cleanest water I've had in decades coming out of my recycler.
And about how long ago did you run into the Moth-Rosian?
That would have been about a week or two before the incident that I'm still not too keen on discussing, but the loss of Sarah is about 2 weeks, week or two before that.
So you came in contact with a Moth-Rosian, and it fixed your hydration station.
That's right.
And then about a week and a half later, your favorite hole done disappeared out of the universe, Sarah, the wormhole.
Yep, the warp warlocks stole away from me.
I smell cahoots.
I don't know if I smell cahoots. It may be something different, but let me try and walk you through this, Jonesy.
Okay.
Come to help with groceries, and then a typhoon came.
Gotcha.
We was playing space kickball, went over to neighbor's fence, Moth-Rosian came and brought it back, and then all the emotions dried up. Moth-Rosian came to fix a flat, and then the whole town was leveled by an F4 Space NATO.
Yep.
Moth-Rosians found the supplier of tall hats for all them baby Flaxians. And then a windstorm came and all the clacks clack clack continued committing genocide on all the Flaxians.
I'm not following.
And then one came to you, fixed your hydration station, you lost your favorite wormhole.
I mean, all of these events happened, and then the other events happened. In between his time, you know. So things happen. And sometimes there's warp warlocks, sometimes there's
Now,
freak.
I gotta be honest with you, Jonesy. That don't sound like you. I don't think, in all the time we've known you, I don't think you've ever said something like, well, sometimes things just happen. Coinky dinky. What you thinky? That don't sound like you.
I'm
Have
just.
they gotten to you? Are you compromised? Are you cahooting?
Is
Hey,
it
now.
Cooten?
Hey now. God damn it.
Well, you're just talking all crazy now. It's out of turn for you, out of character even.
I would put all of these on warp warlocks before I'm gonna throw them at my throat. Like, what good does it help for something to come down out of nowhere, help somebody, like some kind of eagle slash moth or whatever vigilante to come down and help people, and then take all your water into space or whatever.
I mean, I ain't saying it makes sense, or that there even has to be a reason behind it, but I mean, all them things happened, and then all them bad things happened.
I don't see where y'all are going with it. I don't see it. I see. You know what? I see warp warlocks and a lot of that, and we already know them's an issue from Sergeant Major. Bless him.
Bless his
But
heart. Jonesy, would you be up to taking a call?
Sure.
All right, we got a caller calling in right now. Let's get him connected here.
There's a face for me. Let me look good. Hang on.
All right, caller, you got Space Truckin with Buck Ruckus. Buck Ruckus on the line with you right now. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi there again, Buck. This is Speakeasy.
Oh, Speakeasy. Oh, so you're a new favorite.
It was. I missed you boys. I'm just sitting here on my tumbling straw in space, and I was just thinking, I missed those boys.
Oh, we miss you too.
I hear you talking about these Mothrotians, and I gotta say once again, I synced it.
You synced it. You synced the Mothrosian.
I done did. I synced one, and I'm with Jonesy. They's great guys.
Now, what'd they do for you? And did it look like this? Did it look like the pictures that we showed?
Vaguely.
Vaguely? Okay.
It was sort of
Close
like
enough.
that. It was something with, it had the red eyes.
Red eyes and the wings, and
had kind of a goofier haircut than that, but it was about right. Now, I was stuck planet side, and he spotted me a $5. I was clean out of cash. I was stuck. I had nowhere to go, and he came on up and he was like, "Here you go, buddy," and gave me a $5, $5.
$5.
Yeah, no pun intended.
$5 bucks.
And I was able to get off the planet and back on up to my asteroid. So I really owe that guy one.
He helped you get okay. And let me ask. I'm going to ask you a very cryptic but important question. Speakeasy.
Cryptid.
Cryptic.
Oh.
And then what happened? Did anything bad happen to you? How long ago was that?
I got a great harvest off of my asteroid the following week.
Right.
There was some good minerals and rocks that looked pretty nice. It was shiny,
Okay.
Able to sell those, trinkets. Yeah. It was good.
Now, did you lose anything? Did you get broken down again? Did the asteroid you was on just crumble to pieces? Did you lose a...
I don't know that this is relevant.
Okay.
There was a thing. Okay. There was a thing that happened, but the planet did have like a singularity open up in its core.
Okay.
So it's not there anymore. But I'm fine.
See? Fine.
I mean, Speakeasy's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, the planet did singularitify.
It was
and
lightly populated.
Ceased to exist after the Mothrosian showed up.
I mean, it was mostly beautiful forest. That's why I was there. I was camping.
My Cahootsometer is peaking.
We might have to do a little bit more research on these Mothrosians, see if we can get more experiences from folks out there. This might be a two-parter or something we come back to.
I still firmly believe that between me and Speakeasy here, we've had nothing but great experiences. They came in, they gave us a hand.
Yeah, I mean, he got me off a planet before it imploded. It was fantastic.
And if y'all remember, I said when I was talking about the warp warlocks, they hold immense power coming out of the warp, and they can just about do anything that they want.
They're
Right.
scary sons of bitches.
I mean,
See?
they sure do look spooky. Spooky
right.
dukes.
Warlocks?
Damn, look at that.
I mean, the warlocks look pretty spooky too, but also these Mothrosians.
Now,
I mean,
they're just
It scared
blurred.
me at first, but the goofy haircut it charmed me.
Right, was it like a business in the front, party in the back situation?
Well, I'm sorry, you cut out there. I think the Federation is damn Federation. I gotta get careful.
Cahoots. It's all cahoots.
Uh huh. That's
Every
right.
bit of it's cahoots.
Spooky Dukes in cahoots.
Spooky
Hey,
Dukes in cahoots. Moth Rosians.
Speak easy. Send me you if you feel comfortable. Send me your coordinates, and I'll get a way for you to shoot through the same holes I'm shooting through, and we'll try and keep you safe.
Yeah, Jonesy will reach out to you and give him. He'll give you the location of all of his favorite holes out there.
I do appreciate that, Jonesy. Those are awfully handy. Those holes, you can throw asteroids right through them.
You can do that too. Yeah, if you got the coordinates to the other end, that's an easy way to transport for sure.
Like, yeah, it's great. Like
No,
Express
old Bucky
route.
Rucky's been known to take advantage of a few holes every now and then to get to places quicker.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Ain't nothing better than just getting straight from A to B.
And sometimes C on the weekends.
And yeah, well, I'm gonna see you later on that note, boys.
All right, Spooky.
All right, speak easy. We appreciate you calling again.
And damn the Federation.
There's the
right.
Federation.
And the Federate, there it is.
Empire. I mean, us.
Well,
Yeah,
right.
that's right. Take care, boys.
All right.
All right, then.
Just a charming fella.
That's right. Salt of space right there.
Salt of destroyed.
Salt of the Destroyed out there, Speakeasy. That destroyed junker out there. Doing honest. It ain't much, but it's honest work.
That's right.
Right. Well, I think it's where we're getting close to Shy Guy's Shy Line.
Oh, that's right.
Feel free out there in the Twitch tweaker land, wherever you are.
I'll get him in.
Feel free to get a hold of us either through the chat, or through the Discord server. Be able to ask this big beautiful son of a bitch any question you want. Shy Guy's Shy Line. And we'll conclude here Jonesy's Conspiracy Corner with the Moth Rosians. And I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I have more questions than explanations right now.
Same.
They just come to help, and then sometimes
That's what they want you to think.
I think y'all are just wanting to hurt a bunch of peoples that just want to help.
I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I'm
Ain't
just
nobody
saying
trying to hurt nobody.
There's cahooting afoot.
I mean, granted, we got a Cahoot City, in that first one.
Cahoot City.
But
I like to go to Cahoot City for the prices.
I go there for the quality.
Well, I go
Sometimes-
there for my family sometimes.
Come on down to Cahoot Town.
That's right.
We should get them as advertisers.
We should.
Definitely. I think I know a guy.
You know a guy?
I think I know a guy that I think he runs an outlet in was that the Sirius sector? I think it is. I think that's where he's at. I'll reach out to him, see what he's got.
All right.
All right, then. I'll tell you what. We're going to take another quick ad break. We'll be right back with the Shy Guy's Shy Line. Y'all stick
Get them
around for
questions
just a
in.
minute. All right, we'll be right back.
The skies can be rough. Hard living among the stars. A man's gotta make a living any way he can. And the last thing he needs is for the sky to be taken away from him.
Have you or a loved one fallen victim to a space rig crash brought about by pilot negligence? Are you no longer able to work due to injuries sustained in a cataclysmic hull breach deep in the uncaring void of space? Has your employer denied rightfully entitled recovery benefits as outlined by your employment contract? Then call me, Joe Bob Huckenchuck, the Star Sledge. I've made it my life's mission to get you the money you deserve, and I'm damn good at it. Don't just take it from me. Let's hear from some of our satisfied clients. My name is Early Joe Whitaker, and the Star Sledge got me 400,000 credits for my wreck. Thanks, Joe Bob.
I'm TJ Frito-Lay, and Star Sledge got me 350,000 after a hotshot lane runner took my legs while I was out on a spacewalk. Go get him, Star Sledge!
Greetings. I am designated Prodigy, Arcology Overseer AI. Star Sledge efforts have resulted in a surplus of 200,000 credits. Acceptable.
If you've been hit and have a deep, visceral need for justice, all it takes is one call.
That's all.
I'm Joe Bob Huckenchuck, the Star Sledge, and I'll hammer him for you.
Yeehaw.
They do the job most won't. Oh, goddamn it, the damn tank. Goes the frickin' hatch. Christ, they've latched on to Harry. Oh, God, no. They ride the great void in search of the most delicious bounty the galaxy has on offer.
Damn, that head crab is delicious. It is too bad about Harry, though.
These tough fellas are the head crabbers. Tough. What the hell did you just say about my mom's casserole, you son of a bitch? Strong. 3001. 3002. Resilient.
Guys, I'll tell Harry's wife we lost him when we get back to port at Titan Station. We owe that to her.
Braving the untamed darkness to bring you only the greatest crab. See them in their struggles and triumphs on The Hardy Boys. Crabbing ain't easy.
In ancient Earth myth, there is a tale about the Bermuda Triangle, the strongest and most basic shape. But this triangle is shrouded in mystery, with tales of disappearance, dubious lights in the sky, and invisible horizons. What mysteries does the triangle hold? Well, maybe you can crack the cryptic code and collect your winnings at the Bermuda Triangle Casino and Resort! Win mysterious amounts of money while playing in our 500,000 square foot triangular 3-dimensional gaming room with games like Guess Which Hand, Pick a Number, and Competitive Solitaire. And don't forget our signature mystery triangle jackpot machine. Every night a winner is chosen at random and immediately escorted to the Shroud of Mystery room. No one knows exactly what happens in the Shroud of Mystery room, but the cheers of spectators and screams of excitement coming from the winners in the room suggest it's mysteriously good.
Definitely not an energy vortex that warps you into a different dimension.
Book your reservation now and jet off to the Bermuda Triangle Resort and Casino, where the winnings are so big, you'll disappear forever.
Disappear forever.
We're back to Space Truckin' with Bud Ruckus. Let's get on back to it.
All right, y'all, we're back. Space Truckin' Buck Ruckus, and I think it's about time for a Mr. Shy Guy's Shy Line. How do you feel about that, Shy Guy?
Let's do it to it, man.
I look forward to
it. All right. Well, we only got one of them in right now, Shy Guy. This may be a quick little segment, but I think we can probably take some time on it. Let's get right down into it. Or we could go back to a different one that we've already done and see if we have anything different for it. But all right, Shy Guy. Dear Shy Guy, I found out my Red Bull truck is actually powered by helium, a precious resource that is rare in this quadrant.
That's true.
My employer told me that we were only running hydrogen fusion engines. My main concern is that when I thought I was rolling smoke, I was actually producing ice, which is kind of weak, and I expect better from my rig. You know any fast methods to retool a helium fusion engine into a hydrogen fusion engine? Maybe just an oil change or a nitrogen turbocharge?
Well, you know, that's a more common problem than you might think.
Is that right?
I've run into it a couple times myself. Here's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to go on down to Parts' house, and ask him for, you want to go in there and talk to the fellow with the hook for a hand, and ask him for the Cold Stone Slabbery Refishinizer.
Refishinizer?
Yeah, it's going to take all that, it's going to cold refishinize all that excess hydrogen and helium he's pushing out, turn that ice into a creamy sort of substance, flush it all around his system, keeping everything cool and proper and fissionized. And, it shouldn't cost him all that much either. And in fact, it's relatively simple to install. You could probably get the fellow there to do it for you before you pull on out. But that should clear it right up. Like I said, it's a pretty common problem with these old hydrogen fusion engines. Probably running an older model. They didn't integrate these upgrades until later on down the line. But you know how it is. You got to do what you do with what you got. So yeah.
I'm not saying I got this problem or nothing, but what was the name of that place again? Parts.
Parts is parts.
Parts is parts.
Yeah, they got parts for anything you need, man.
Refishinizer.
Okay. Cold Stone Slabbery Refishinizer. Not the marble slabbery. You want the cold slabbery.
Okay.
The cold stonery.
Cold stone?
Well, it's a slab.
Okay.
You want to get the terminology correct, otherwise you're going to get something you didn't want.
Okay, yeah.
Ruin your damn day.
Right.
Parts is parts.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you say they take a creamy substance and just load it up in there.
Yeah. Well, he said, because what he
filling.
said, he's producing ice. So you want to turn that ice into cream. I mean, that's the colloquial term for it. I don't even know the scientific terminology off the top of my head or nothing.
Right.
They'll know what you're talking about, though. These guys live for this kind of shit. Sometimes I'll bring them a project I could do on my own just to watch them get all giddy and dance around and do their thing.
That reminds me of the old fable. Two mice in a bucket of ice.
Yeah.
And then one of them gave up, and the other one just tried as he might and churned that ice into cream, and he was able to crawl out.
Yeah.
You were that second mouse.
He probably overdue. Here we go. Probably overdue for it anyway.
That was a good take too.
There you go.
Right.
So that's about what I got for it.
I tell you. I mean, you're a little bit more well versed in the inner mechanics in keeping the ship running.
Yeah.
Know? If we were to switch spaces, I mean, I don't think you can keep up with old Bucky Rucky behind the wheel of the good ship Paradise, but
hey man,
dipping
I've
in
done
and
my
out
share of bootlegging. Don't you even worry about it.
Well, sometimes things a little bit different up here in space.
Remember who told you about the Copperhead Road epic poem to begin with?
The epic poem Copperhead Road. Am I going to finally read the epic poem Copperhead Road?
I mean, we could if you're feeling like you're up to it.
I got it pulled up. Let me pull it up real fast.
I do like this one.
That was a way of life for us back in Carlsbad.
We can do that real quick right now. Do a little Copperhead Road.
All right.
Hit me with it. I love it.
All right. This comes from the ancient Earth time. This is pre-atomic horror. I don't know who found this or where it came from, but it is old as shit, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes a little something like this. Well, my name is John Lee Pettymore, same as my daddy and his daddy before. You hardly ever saw Granddaddy down here. I don't know what a granddaddy is.
That's Big Daddy.
That's Big Daddy.
Yeah, he's the one that runs the homestead. They call him, hey, Granddaddy, because he's grand and great.
Yeah, grandiose.
It's old, archaic Earth titling.
Right.
Now we just call him Peepaw.
Peepaw, Peepums.
Yeah.
Peepoo.
Mm-hmm.
He only came to town about twice a year. He'd buy 100 pounds of yeast and some copper line.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knew that he made moonshine.
See, that's the recipe in it right there. So back in the day, this I'm telling you, this was a way of life for us. We had it posted on the wall next to the Garthian prayer, and that was it. We'd check the poem out, get the recipe, go get 100 pounds of yeast and some copper line, and we get to it.
It's straight from the words of Garth.
Yeah.
Right. Now, the revenue man wanted Granddaddy bad. Nobody quite knows what a revenue man is. We can only speculate. But it's a man who's very concerned with a revenue, if I'm saying that, or Reverend A.
Well, my understanding is that back in the day, they were representatives of the government who came, and their job was simply just take your money.
Just to go on and take the money and run.
Just take the money and run.
Woo!
And people out there crying, woo-hoo! It just
Man.
It tear them up. That's why they got to running like that.
Well, the revenue man wanted Granddaddy bad. Headed up the holler with everything he had.
Mm-hmm.
For my time, but I've been told he never came back from Copperhead Road. Now, Daddy ran whiskey in a big block Dodge. Now, that's something that we
call back, right?
Call
Big
back.
Mama. She got one of them pistons from the big block Dodge.
That's right. At her time running an underground pawn shop, she was a collector of certain antiquities, and one of which was a piston from the big block Dodge.
Smell
from this song. Whiskey and gunpowder. All right. He bought it at an auction at the Mason's Lodge. Johnson County Sheriff painted on the side. Just a shot coat of primer, then he looked inside. Well, him and my uncle tore that engine down, and I still remember that rumbling sound. When the sheriff came around in the middle of the night, heard Mama crying, knew something wasn't right.
Mm-hmm.
He's headed down to Knoxville with a weekly load. You can smell the whiskey burning down Copperhead Road. Now, Knoxville is an interesting location, because not only a location, it is also a figure of ancient folklore. They called him the Johnny Knoxville.
Right.
And he made his living
shoot himself out of cannons and
shooting himself out of cannons.
As I understand it, he was an ancient folk hero back in the day. Then, and yeah, you were onto it, Jonesy. What he would do is to take out these revenue men. He'd strap himself into the cannon and blast himself out as they were going by in their cars, and just head first into it, explode the whole damn thing, and he'd get into it again and do it another time.
It was a great distraction. They couldn't outrun that. They called themselves the Jackasses.
Yeah,
I believe.
I was gonna say, I think he'd turn around and he'd go, he'd point at all the rubble and he'd go, "This is Jackass."
This is Jackass. That was his war cry.
Like a fuck you to the revenue guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I blew your ass up. This is Jackass right here.
Right, I'm Johnny of the Knoxville, and this is Jackass.
That's because they're knocking around, right? They're knocking it. It's Knoxville knocking them off.
That's
knocking
right.
them around.
Yeah. Bunch of knock around guys doing the damn thing.
Now, Daddy ran whiskey in a big block Dodge. Oh, I already read that part.
Yeah,
we got to Knoxville. Old Bucky Rucky lost his place here. You can smell the whiskey burning down Copperhead Road. All right, well, we got it here. I volunteered for the Army on my birthday. They draft the white trash first around here anyway.
Uh-huh.
I done 2 tours of duty in Vietnam. I came home with a brand new plan. I take the seed from Colombia and Mexico. Apparently these are 2 different regions in ancient, or same with what's it called? The Vietnam.
Yeah.
You ever read it in the old ledgers and things that they talk about the Nam, the Vietnam?
I hadn't dove into it too thoroughly, but my understanding is that it was an ancient conflict between these 2 nations, because they couldn't agree on the proper application of wallpaper at the time.
Yeah, one of them Charlie, I think was.
Yeah, Charlie Vietnam's. He wanted it to be like I think it was a polka dot or something like that, and then old Uncle Sam came through, and he didn't like it. He said we want to do stars and stripes. That's what he wanted.
Right.
And they got into it. I don't know what happened though.
I know it's a damn shame.
Yeah.
I remember reading about that. something that shouldn't have happened in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I take the seed from Colombia and Mexico. Those are also two different regions in the ancient Earth time. And apparently he's bargaining for seeds in these different regions, and he's bringing them back.
Legends say it's where the coffee come from.
Colombia?
Yeah, and Mexico.
And Mexico.
Yeah.
I just planted up the holler down Copperhead Road. Now, the real question here is, what is a holler? I know how to holler. I can give you a holler right now.
We had a holler back in Carlsbad that we took we drilled into the side of the mountain, hollered it out.
Hollered it out?
Yeah.
Oh, like hollowing.
Yeah,
holler it.
You holler it.
Okay.
Oh, like yeah.
You know, we got the big drill on the machine there, and we just dug right through, made a tunnel, and it was a nice place to hang out. It was good for the heat of the day. You know, it could jump up to about 140, 150 sometimes. So you want to go into that holler because it's nice and cool.
What about the heat of the night? Was there a heat of the night situation?
Well, in the heat of the moment, you know, anything could happen. And when the heat is on, that's really what you got to worry about. You got to get into that holler and cool it down. You get at the door of the holler and you say, "Cool it now. Watch out."
Could you use the
whoa, man? When the heat's on, you got to get in that holler.
Yeah.
Can you use the cold stone refrigerator to get it cold up in there?
Well, you could, but that's an improper application of that technology, and I don't want to be held liable for anybody, messing with things like that. I will say that we've done it before, but it takes a special hand and a little bit of know-how to get all the levels correct.
Right.
Those things ain't meant to be terrestrial side.
I feel you. Let's see. Let me find my place again. Now the DEA's got a chopper in the air. Now we know what a chopper is. We talked about that back during the Predator saga.
Now DEA, isn't that wasn't that Uncle Sam's wife? Dia,
yeah.
Yeah, Dia, Uncle Sam's wife.
Yeah,
and
Dia.
She's up in the chopper in the air. And she she's flying around. And while she's up there, do we know what DEA stands for? I mean, it's a name for sure, but the letters D, E, and A.
Don't ever attack. I don't know.
Don't ever agreminate.
Oh,
got an alarm going off. That was an alarm I set a while back. Don't worry about it.
Swear to God.
Don't ever agreminate.
Well, agreminate.
Agreminate.
That's the proper.
Don't agreminate.
Yeah.
Just be great. I wake up screaming like I'm back over there. I learned a thing or two from Charlie, don't you know? You better stay away from Copperhead Road. See, it even mentions Charlie in this one. Vietnam and the Charlie.
Yeah.
And Uncle Sam's wife.
Well, Charlie was, if I understand correctly, Charlie was the interior decorator that basically caused all the hoo-ha to begin with.
Right.
Man, our ancestors were up to some craziness.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. Different priorities.
It's that ancient caveman times.
Different culture. They weren't as advanced. We talked about it. You can go back there and, ooh, look at that, it's married. They don't know.
Hey, Shy Guy.
Hey.
While we was reading Copperhead Road, we got a couple more questions.
Oh, how about that?
All right, let's get right into it. Dear Shy Guy, I passed my final exam next week. And next week will be my first week-long haul trucking. What tips do you have for a rookie?
Well, Buck, that might actually be a good question for you. I just keep the thing running, but you're the one with all the, the investment.
Let me tell you, here's what you got to do. You got to play it close to the vest, close to the chest. You got to keep the hammer down and keep Smokey Bear out there at a good arm's distance. Now, I'm thinking about upgrading to that Highwayman Mark IV. We played that commercial, I think, earlier, either this week or last week. It's got that anti-DRADIS, anti-radar anti-interdiction. You got to watch out for space pirates. You got to know point A to point B to point C to point D to point Z. All right. I talked earlier about utilizing different wormholes. You got to take advantage of that, of some of them. You got to slide into them holes and out the other end, and make sure you know where you're going. The trick is always keep hauling. All right. ABH. Always be hauling on your way to your pickup. You know where you're going to be dropping off, so you're already reaching out to places around where you're dropping off. And you want to make sure you got a pickup lined up there. Maybe do some in-system stuff. Maybe do some out-of-system stuff. And you're always just working your way around each sector, each quadrant, all right? And you want to get you somebody like Shy Guy here. You know, we got a two-man operation here, team driving. But really, the biggest thing is just keep that hammer down. You know what I mean? I don't know what kind of equipment you own, but you can make some good money out of here.
If I can give you a tip, it would be to go register with your local chapter of the GEC. The
GEC,
the Galactic Engineer Coalition. I had to register with them. I got to pay my dues every year or so. You'll find a bunch of fellas like me who just waiting to get, picked up by one of these haulers going out here. So that's a good way to make sure you got someone watching your back while you're out there. Other than that, I would say, tip your waitresses wherever you stop. Make your presence known. You want them to appreciate when you come in and not go, oh Lord, here he comes, stink up the bathroom again. I'm gonna have to clean that shower, shut it down for 2 weeks this time. You want to be happy that you're there.
Find you a Big Mama Bodine's location and set up shop there, okay? If it's a Sally Mae flagship location, that's great. If it's another location, every one of them's just as fine as the other. All right? You're going to go there, you're going to make friends. Then you got yourself little outposts to kind of go through or go to in between halls. And you can have some good off time as well. All right?
You got to think of it like an ancient general. You're building your own empire out there. You're making connections. You're getting from here to there. You're getting into trouble. But, you see them pass, you give them a wave. Make sure everybody knows you're all right. It's about flying just under the radar enough so you can get done what you need to get done and not cause a ruckus unless you're bucking.
That's right. Don't cause a ruckus unless you're bucking. Now, the only other thing I can say is you want to make sure you do a good job out there, make the right kind of friends out there as well, and you can always give us a call. We'll give you tips privately or whatever. The last thing you want to do is spend all that time learning how to long haul space truck and then end up some kind of on planet junk hauler or something like that. So as long as you out in the stars, you're gonna be good. I hope that answered that question.
I mean, we could wax philosophic about this for hours, but just as a start, that's some things for you to think about.
Right.
But you'll pick it up as you go along. Easy to pick up, impossible to master. Know what I mean?
I mean, you can get close to mastering.
Well, sure.
But let's move on to the next question. Let's see what we got here. Hey, Shy. My name is Galactor Deathmorton. Or, excuse me, Galactor Deathmotron. And I've run out of people to kill or subjugate. My empire is cyborg space worms, and I have spread across my entire home galaxy. And now there's just nobody left resisting, and I'm bored. I've been hearing your program now for some time, and it has been a welcome distraction, let me tell you. I was wondering, can we come over? If you give us your universal coordinates, we can come hang out, maybe jam or something. Thanks.
Well,
Shy Guy, you want some friends to come over?
Look,
Shy Guy. Hey, Shy Guy.
Hey,
my friend wants to come over and spend the night.
What?
Is that okay with you?
Well, did he ask his mama?
I don't know if he's got a mama, but if he did, I'm sure he asked him.
Well, make sure he asked his mama, and it's okay with her.
Wait, do we need to ask your mama if he can come over?
Well, we ain't going back to my house.
Okay, good. I don't like talking to your mama.
She can be severe.
That's one word for it.
But you know, you just got to dig a little past that rough exterior to get to them soft, creamy innards. You know what I mean?
Your
But that's
mama's
neither here
soft,
nor there.
creamy innards.
That's neither here nor there. Point is, boy, we real busy, you know, doing all this and getting out there and hauling things from here to there and doing the show and all that. Keep watching, keep listening. We sure appreciate it. But I don't know. Try again in a couple, decades or something.
So, okay, I'm sorry, Galactor, Death Motron. I tried to talk Shy Guy into it, but you can't come over tonight. Maybe some other time. Maybe we can meet at a mutual, neutral location. And
Sure.
See how it goes. Maybe somewhere in neutral deep space or something like that.
None of his damn mind. I ain't bringing him over here to get us all killed.
All right, Shy Guy, I got another one for you.
Oh, okay, what you got?
All right. Oh, Jonesy, you might like this one too.
Okay.
Hey, Shy Guy, I am what you call a Mothrosian.
No shit.
No shit.
Oh, man.
All right. I wanted to make a minor correction for the record.
All right.
We have to use a large amount of energy to do our assisting throughout the galaxy. Occasionally, that means accidental planet-wide desiccation.
Well, that'll happen.
My question is, we are unsure of how to assist with tying human shoes. Please assist with this, and we can return the favor someday. Thanks.
All right. Now, first off, I still ain't convinced y'all ain't in cahoots. But tying the shoes, that's everybody needs to know how to do that. I can show you right now. Check it out. All right. So here we got my size 15. I wonder if I can show this on the camera here. Let me get this undone. See now, it took me a while too. I think I made it probably about third grade before I figured it out on my own. So once you get it all laced up here, you're gonna, here we go. Let's see if this works here. All right. Hang on. We're gonna get it figured out. Okay. So you got your strings here. Make sure you all lace through, right. And then you're gonna take them. You're gonna go one over the other here, and you go shoop.
You do the shoop
right under the big shoop, and there's a whoop. You pull it. Make sure it's real tight, and then you can do it, or if you got a friend handy, you can get that finger right there to hold that cinch, and then you're gonna go loop around the finger with the one. Right here. All right. You're going to take this other one right here. You're going to go right around. So you're going to go right real smooth, just right around the fingers there.
Right.
If you can see it all that well. So, all right, here we go. So we do the loop. We swoop it, right? And then once it gets a little tricky. This is the tricky part right here.
It's real tricky.
I don't know how many fingers you working with. I got about 5 or so, and sometimes it gets a little too much for me even. So take your time, take a breath. That ain't nothing to worry about. So all right, we got the loop. You're gonna swoop it. You get it right there between your finger and your thumb, and then you're gonna pull that rest of that string right through this little circle here. It's like one of Jonesy's holes right there.
Right.
So you're gonna put it through the Jones hole, and then just right here. Pull it through, pull it down, zip it up and zip it out, and there you go.
Zippity doo dah, man.
That's how you tie it.
Let me tell you, it is.
If you're going to get real fancy with it, you can do the double knot, where you take the 2 loops here. Some people call it the bunny ears. I call it the loop, and you're going to do just like you did at the beginning. You're going to make a little loop there.
Right, you got to shoop it and then whoop it.
You shoop it and whoop it. You're good to go.
So it's a shoop, whoop, loop, and pull, and whooshaw.
That's how it's done.
That's how it's done. Now, hopefully, that is helping someone, helping a Mothrosian out there tie someone's shoes. Let me tell you.
I'll post some videos about it. Y'all make a tutorial. That was just on the fly for you.
Private video channel with the off-air antics in the future we got planned out.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know how you do the hoodoo that you do, but every time you do, I want to shoot, loop, and pull.
That's what they say.
All right, Shy Guy, we got one more here for you.
Oh, all right.
It's turned into a decent little treasure trove of questions. Dear Shy Guy, hello. Intergalact Tim here. Oh, that's one of our sponsors.
Oh, hey.
That's our boy.
Just wanted to ask what your favorite meal is. Not too sure what mine is, but you know, I'm always looking for some recommendations. Love ya. Bye-bye.
Hey, Tim. All right. So I got 2 answers for you. Number 1, and look, y'all know this. Y'all know me. Still same old G, but I've been low-key. Big Mama Bodine's meatloaf. I can't sing the praises enough. It's delicious. And good for you, as far as I'm concerned. Sticks to the ribs. You know what I mean? Keep you warm out there on them cold galactic nights.
I'm telling you, Shy Guy is like a bat out of hell whenever that meatloaf's in the air.
That's right. Now, obviously, you may not be always where there is Big Mama Bodine's presently available, so you got to get creative, handle it yourself. We've talked a little about this before, but you can get a common theme here, turning problems into opportunities. So let's say you got the vent rat infestation. You're going to trap them up, get them out there, and despite what the media may tell you, they're delicious as well. It just takes proper preparation technique. So you want to get them, skin them, clean them, cut them up, do the thing, and you're going to make your marinade. Whatever marinade you like, because their natural flavor leaves a little something to desire. So you want to infuse that flavor. You're going to marinate for at least 2 days. That's 48 hours. After that, you're going to put it in the steam hammer, tenderize the shit out of it. At least 10 minutes.
Just beat that meat.
Just beat that meat till it screams. You'll hear it. That's the gases in the meat escaping.
Right.
They don't actually feel pain, especially after already been cut up and skinned and all that. After that, you're going to slap it on a hot top or put it in a stew with whatever vegetables you got handy.
That's how you make a stew.
Potatoes. And,
boil them, mash them, put them in a stew.
Yeah, put them in that stew. And there you go. It's like a chameleon. It can take different forms depending on what preparation techniques you use for it.
That's what we know about chameleons. They take different forms.
Yeah. Ain't nothing better, man. Reminds me of home. Vent rat stew. Oh god, that's good. That's good stuff. I can eat 4 or 5 bowls of that.
Vent rat stew.
I might put together a recipe and post it up there so y'all can take a look at it, make your own. Why not?
That's not a bad idea. We see some. There's somebody. Admiral Newt says, I think we need another segment where Shy Guy does instructional how-to videos or a cooking with Shy.
I'm not opposed to
Shy Guy segment.
Well,
That's not a bad idea. Gauge the interest.
Mm-hmm.
This show is going to evolve a little bit over time to meet the needs of our viewership.
Absolutely.
So
yeah,
I think that's great. Well,
all right, Tim, how that works for you?
Yeah, I think that'll wrap it up for this segment, this episode segment of Shy Guy Shine Line. We got one more little ad break, and we'll come back with Hey Buck, What You Ruckin', then we'll wrap on up. So we'll see you in just a couple minutes after a word from our sponsors.
The sky.
Hi there. Have you or your loved ones ever suffered rogue impacts on your planet due to local asteroid smashing competitions? Has you or your species ever had your solar system star mysteriously lifted out of its orbital plane, which then caused your planet to drift away into the cold and uncaring depths of deep space forever and ever, never to see a bright light in your sky again? Has you or your loved ones ever heard a radio ad from that son of a bitch Joe Bob Huckenchuck the Star Sledge? Well, fuck that guy! I'm Jandy Bronzini, and I'm here to make sure that you and your family's fortunes don't get blown into cosmic dust. Or your species, whatever. Whether it's car accidents, star accidents, collateral asteroid impacts, or those Imperial Death Star-y type situations, I got you covered. I'll represent the hell out of you and make sure that your pain and traumas is treated with the respect and punitive damage that you deserve. Call now at 1-866-GET-JANDY. That's 1-866-GET-JANDY, and it's D as in dumbass like that Joe Bob. Make sure you get it right.
My family's home planet was destroyed by a rogue comet impact caused by some amateur water miners. Jandy helped us to recover what we could and to get what we deserved. We may just be floating on a rock in space now, but at least we're doing it in comfort. Thank you, Jandy.
If not for Jandy, I'm not sure what we'd have done. What with the plasma snake swimming up out of the sun and consuming our whole dang planet. Jandy sued the snake and the sun, and now we're living over yonder on the neighboring planet, and we're doing it in style. Thank you, Jandy. Hey, you got it. I'm in the business of helping folks like yous. It makes me feel good, like I'm a good guy or whatever. You know, call now.
Beyond darkness, there is light. Beyond a thorn, there is a rose. Beyond practice, there is perfection. Beyond second place, third. Until you take out the competition. Beyond patience, there is a short memory of the citizens in this system. Beyond danger, expendable employees. Beyond fear, there is terror. Beyond terror, there is acceptance. Beyond a crisis, there is a cover-up. Beyond the accident, the evacuation. Beyond the lawsuits, the bribes. Atmos Eternus. Profiting from your ignorance and or willful disregard of our accident history. Atmos Eternus.
We're in everything.
Hello, this is Alden Coldfield III. For 10 generations, my family has brought you only the finest pest removal services.
Hooey! I'm just easy to track to be. It's me, Amazing Alden, with Alden's Pest Blasters. You got a vent rat clogging your recombinator? I'll blast him. Got an infestation of void roaches? Well, that's right, I'll blast him. 5-foot, 10-foot, or 20-foot nebulan tube worm latched to your trailer, truck, racer, or station? You got it, I'll blast him. Ain't no pest get past Alden's Amazing Pest Blasters. Call today and get a 2-cycle vent blasted for the price of one. All of our pest blasters are certified in blasting, bashing, burning, electrifying, and well, all around frying most any pest from the great dark. Hell, they can poison them too, if you ain't about having no fun. Call today and we'll blast your space pest back to the inky black void of nothingness that awaits us all. Alden's Pest Blasters, Alden's Pest Blasters will kill anything. Alden's Pest Blasters is a limited liability corporation and will not kill predators, humans, Sarlothian hive minds, or any unimind, hive mind, or magazino predator or level 2 conscious or above. Hire at your own risk. Alden's Pest Blasters not liable for any damages from fire, laser, blunt force, or any other modality of damage.
We're back to Space Truckin' with Ruckus. Let's get on back to it.
All right, and we're back to Space Truckin' with Ruckus. I hope y'all like those commercials just about as much as I do. Hey, Shy Guy.
Yeah.
I forgot something.
What you got?
What I forgot? I forgot that we have received a specific audio.
Yeah.
From Quarterbalder.
Oh shit!
You remember Quarterbalder and
Epic Beefums and all that?
Yeah, Epic Beefums.
I watched them as when I was a little kid, when I was a little Jonesy. I used to watch
the
Quarterbalder.
powerlifting and everything like that. Here, let me hook it up. Old Bucky Rucky got to get into his system here to make sure he gets it up. Zip it up and zip it out. All right, give me one moment, fellers.
Yeah, all right. You know, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I ought to make some instructional how-to videos for all them would-be space truckers out there.
I guess I got to retract my prior comment about the Mothrosians, if that's from an actual Mothrosian.
Why is that?
Well, apparently, you know, when they gotta come back out and help people, that sometimes it does cause problems.
I've been saying
that for 10 damn years.
It's not an aggressive thing. It's just apparently it's just a thing that happens when they do that. So maybe if they could save it for important things.
I'm gonna send you the videos, man. I'm gonna send you the document about old Mothra from back in the day. It'll learn you.
Failures.
How are we looking?
Oh, we're having just a little bit of technical difficulty in this one, but I got a plan. It's gonna work. It's just gonna take me about another minute or so, is all.
Swear to Garth.
Swear to Garth. Man, we gotta swear to Garth at me all the time.
Well, cause you know, I'm gonna put it on the page as our motto: Space Truckin' with Buck Ruckus, : / you lose focus in this game for 1 second, somebody gets hurt.
So somebody gets hurt every time.
What a damn Federation comes in and screws up all your lights.
That's right. They out there, they're watching. They know we're on to it. We'll just put it out there for the universe in perpetuity. If y'all don't hear from us again, it's because they found us.
The Federation's prime suspect number 1.
That's right.
It wasn't slipping into no grease vat or no BS like that.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna go out there on the hall, and they're gonna say that we, drove our ship into the sun or some such. We ain't gonna do that.
All right, y'all be quiet. Here's the thing. Right. I think I got it to link up to work. There's an issue with the audio file that I did not foresee. But here's the thing. I think the viewers out there are going to be able to hear it just fine, but us might not. Let me see if it works.
Uh-oh.
I think it's working, but I don't think I can get it to work to where we can all hear it together, unfortunately. Just not compatible.
I'm checking the back door. I don't hear nothing.
Oh, here, let me play it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nothing at all?
Quarter boulder coming at you from Valhalla.
How about now?
They must have fried our circuit.
That's what I call my kitchen.
Oh, I hear something.
There it is.
Yeah,
there it is. Everybody can hear it now, except for me.
Eating Valhalla. That's why that punk, Epic Beefums, has never been invited to my house, no. See, I heard Epic say that my whites were comprised mostly of hydrogen. Let me tell you, the stuff that comes out of Beefum's mouth is comprised
crazy stuff.
Mostly of fecal matter. Yeah. See, for you lower life forms out there, that means that Beefums is full of shit. Yeah. See, Beefums, you say that you take shits with better muscular structure than I got. Well, let's face it, you take shits about the size of me, yeah. 'Cause see, you're 10 times bigger than me. You got twice as many shoulders as me. You got twice as many arms as me. And when you lift your weights, by the time they're halfway up, they only weigh about 80% of what they do when they're still on the planet. And yet, I lift 2.8% heavier than you. So you should be lifting 48% heavier than me. But I lift 2.8% heavier than you. You know what that means, Beefums? That means I'm 101.6 times the man that you are. Yeah. More man. Yeah, let's talk about men. Let's talk about human men, you know. The human men that you're so in love with, that you want to take care of, that you want to feed, you want to hug them and take care of them. Yeah, you want to play daddy. Let's face it, we all know who daddy is. See, I'm daddy. I'm the daddy, and I'm gonna bend you over my knee, and I'm gonna spank you for speaking out of turn. Yeah. Let me ask you this, Beefums. Have you ever heard of an elephant? See, an elephant is an earth animal, and on Earth, an elephant is big as it gets. Yeah, see, he's big, he's strong, and he's got this huge trunk on the front of his face. Yeah. And see, he's proud of his trunk.
Man, son of a bitch.
He breathes with it. He drinks with it. He fights with it. Yeah. But you know what? You know who the elephant is scared of? He's scared of the mouse. See, on Earth, a mouse is nothing. The elephant can easily squash the mouse. Yeah. But he's scared of the mouse. The elephant's scared of the mouse, and let me tell you why. Because he knows that if the mouse gets close to the elephant, if he gets close enough, yeah, he can climb right up his trunk, and then he's got a straight shot to the elephant's brain. Yeah, and then it's all over for the elephant. Yeah. That's why I'm not scared of you, Beefums. That's why I accept your challenge. You want a wrestling match? Yeah, you got it. See, the thing is,
That's a good question, Otter.
yeah, I bet you just checked the volume, didn't you? I bet you just checked your listening devices. Bet you checked to see if the stream went out. You know why? Because I got that kind of power over you, Beefums. Because just like the mouse, I'm already in your brain.
Oh, damn.
I tell you, man, that's one mean son of a bean. Don't y'all think?
Boy, I wouldn't want to meet him in the back alley.
Not at all. That's some crazy, man. We got a real beef. He's got a real beef with Beefums, know what I mean?
Trying to get up in my mind grapes. I ain't about all that.
All up in the mind grapes. Well, here's what's gonna be happening, Shy Guy and Jonesy. Is I've got it set up. If we can get everything set up just right, then next week on Friday, we're gonna have both Epic Beefums and Quarterballer as guests on this show. It's part of our entertainment portion. And we're going to be mediating them to see how they talk to one another, see if we can handle the dispute on air, and see where it goes from there.
All right.
So everybody out there, be sure to tune in next week. We will have Quarterballer himself and Epic Beefums from last week. Thanks so much, Rocking Balboa. From next week, Epic Beefums and Quarterballer on our program next Friday.
All right.
I think everybody's going to have a good time with that one.
We expanding the operation. We into sports promotion now.
Well, this is a beef that was brought up on this show specifically.
That's right.
I don't know who else they reached out to. I think they got a one of those where you pay per the view coming up for when if they're gonna fight, it's gonna be on one of them. But we'll see.
They must have taken my idea.
We'll see what we can do next week with both of them on there talking to one another. So everybody out there, mark your calendars. Make sure you come on back.
I'm excited.
Right.
Hey, Buck.
Yeah, what's up, Shy Guy?
Hey, Buck, what you rucking?
Oh, it's about that time, y'all, for Hey, Buck, what you rucking? I'll let you take the lead on this one, Shy Guy. Why don't you read off what we got so far? This is one of those where you can post it in the chat, or you can head on over to the Discord server and switch it over to the Hey, Buck, what you rucking text channel. And if you guess right, you get a gifted subscription
Hell yeah.
That's right.
All right, so I've been looking over the list here. We got a couple of good ones. So we've got Cordy Crochet talking about we got 30,000 tons of Big Mama Bodine's famous meatloaf powder supplement.
I mean, that's a pretty good answer. That's a good guess right there.
That's clever. Okay. We got Admiral Newt saying we reckon 42,069 pallets of Professor Possum's plausible potion for potent professionals.
All right, that's also a really good guess.
Miss Cordo talking about we got cram-packed ship full of Doggy Styles premium canine hair treatment.
Doggy Styles premium canine hair treatment?
Yeah.
I think I might have rucked that once or twice before. You never
and,
know.
Let's see, Pierce My Soul saying we got a single crate containing a piece of dark matter that mysteriously escaped out of Jonesy's ex-hole Sarah. Well, that ain't.
Well, that's a little mean, but that's a little crass, but
That's harsh.
That's
I mean,
That's a little harsh.
but clever.
It's clever. We got any more in there?
We got one more here. Otter Mafia saying we got Intergalact Tim's ex-boyfriend tied up and locked in a trunk. Well, I can go ahead and tell you that we ain't got one of them.
I mean, if we did, do you think we'd really say?
What kind of operation you think we running over here?
I mean, we'll ruck anything for the right price, but
that's true. But even we got standards.
Well, the winner of this year's segment's gonna get a free gifted sub, and if you ask me, I think that winner's gonna be Admiral Newt. Buck is rucking 42,069 pallets of professional possums. Professor
Possum's plausible potion for potent professionals. How'd they know?
I'm gonna get a take two on that one. That's 42,069 pallets of Professor Possum's plausible potion for potent professionals. I don't know how Admiral Newt know that one, but that's the one we be rucking tonight. In fact, let's go ahead and try and get that sub out to you.
Damn space psychic. Call her now. Tell you what you're rucking.
Gift this to a specific veer.
Oh, congratulations.
There it is, Admiral Newt.
We got it?
Well, I don't believe we can, because I believe she is currently a 1 month subscriber.
Well,
so Admiral Newt's gonna have to get back at us. Here's what I'll do, just as a consolation prize. I'm just gonna gift this to somebody at random. Or actually, let's go for the runner-up, and then we'll make sure that Admiral Newt gets a subscription once hers runs out. How's that sound, Shy Guy?
That sounds good to me.
We'll give the runner-up to, let's see, a Miss Corto.
Miss Corderita?
Corderita. Buck ship is cram-packed with Doggy Styles premium canine hair treatment. We're going to give that to the runner-up here, and then Admiral Newt, you just send me a private message once your subscription runs out, and we'll get you a new one as well.
I mean, if they had hit you with that one last week, I think that's what y'all was taking with you last time.
Right. Actually, I believe I'll need Ms. Corto to reach out to me on Twitch, because I believe her Twitch name is something completely different.
Tweak to him.
You're tweaking out there.
Tweak directly to him. Twerk it.
Twerk it.
Get there.
Twerking and tweaking.
So we can get back to you in a little bit here. Make sure
I got
you
it right here. I got it right here.
Okay.
We're gonna hook it up. I'd like to do this live on air if we can. Gift that sub. Specific. There she is. Oh, well, it looks like... you know what? Damn it. We're just going to give it to somebody at random. This person's also got a sub, too.
See what we're encountering here. This is what they call problems you want to have.
That's what you call a winner's problem.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God.
Excuse me. Maybe old Bucky Rucky forgot what he's doing.
Swear to God. Every time.
Boom, 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 boom. Every time. Oh, Bonsai Taylor.
$50 million?
Hey, there we go.
There we go.
Charmingly melancholic.
Charmingly melancholic got that random gift sub, and we're going to get one to Admiral Newt once hers runs out. How about that? Somewhere Jack Canoff just had an aneurysm. I believe it. All right, folks, I think that's going to do it for this week's episode of Space Truckin' with Buck Ruckus. I do appreciate y'all hanging out with us right now.
Yeah, so I guess we got to watch out for the Federation now. That's something to add to the list. I'm not super excited about, but you know what?
Right.
Fighting the good fight.
Oh, we got one. What's the name of the ship? You are looking at the good ship Thunder in Paradise, baby.
That's right.
Thunder in Paradise. And the Thunder in Paradise and Buck Ruckus and Shy Guy and Jonesy will be back in one standard week next Friday.
To you and yours and so forth, you'll have a good whatever time it is.
That's right.
That's right. Double salute, everybody. Get that double salute going to you and yours and so forth. We appreciate y'all coming by. All right, now, it's been fun. Tell your mom and them we said hey. We love y'all.
Come back here.
See y'all next week.
All right, now.